Yo, what's up, chat? How you guys doing this fine evening? Today, and by today I mean tonight, we'll be continuing with number 16, episode 16, the Soulbound series, featuring some of the biggest and best content creators on the internet, as well as me. We got Rocco, your boy,
Hey.
bottom left square, bottom left Hollywood square. Vince Venturella from Warhammer Weekly, of course, bottom right. Mr. Mephisto, far right, stage left. And me, of course, Beardo the Opinion Man, Heywoah, and far left, your stream is still running.
Yeah.
Yep.
We continue tonight where we left off last time.
Hell yeah.
Last time the party was in a cog fort. They met up with Rocky Boy's character, Glorfindius Shadow Stalker, I think.
Glorfindius Shadow Stalker?
That's what it was.
Call me Glorf.
Yeah, it was.
Of the Umbra Donati Enclave.
Fuck yeah.
And
I wrote that down. I write everything down.
Good man, Bigwinter.
That's too many words.
It is. It is too many
Aye.
words.
Well, I'm an elf. I've got to be pompous somehow.
Big hat, big words.
Yep, that's right. They're in the cog fort. They crewed by ghosts essentially, with only other sort of person there being a traveling merchant. They wrangled some endless spells for the merchant, and then made their way
That was
towards.
sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
We
Honestly,
straight up cowboyed the Mortal Realms, and it was great. Capturing tornadoes with a whip.
honestly, it's one of my favorite scenes so far in this game. Like
And I think after the show, possibly during the show, we said this could be a campaign.
Mhm.
Like this could be a one season
Yeah.
episodic.
Oh,
You have a party of adventurers, and they're just endless spell hunters in the realm. This is a career. It's canon. It's in there. Chasing down endless spells. Some of them are conscious. Some of them have names. Some don't.
Yeah.
Some
Sort
have
of a
cults
Van
around them.
Helsing.
Yeah.
Some have cults around them that have
Yeah,
sprung
some
up
have
to worship.
cults.
Yeah. You meet the sad purple sun
This
that just.
endless spell. This young endless spell wants to join a cult, so now you get the flip flop episode.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Eventually, you start. Okay, this one's conscious. Is it a person? Let's have a moral dilemma about that.
Beach episode, and then the deep can attack. It's a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I would love to do the episode where the purple sun is like super murdery, super killy, right? Like it's just doomsday, like season finale or mid-season finale type cliffhanger thing, right?
Yeah.
And it turns out that the purple sun is actually like really nice and super depressed and just wants friends and can't help but destroy everything.
It's perfectly sad every time it gets within 100 kilometers of a potential friend. They're atomized, and
Yep.
it just feels bad about it.
Yep. So the puzzle, like there's different puzzles for beating each of the bosses. Sometimes it's combat, sometimes it's like finding a thing that resonates with them, you know, like you have to find the purple sun, a friend that can never die. And like maybe it's the Everwinter or something, so the purple sun and the Everwinter are just like hanging out and partying together, and they're like the best friends now.
Yeah, the season finale is a double episode where each of them are an hour long, and it's just Chernobyl, except it's a purple sun, and he's sad about it.
I'm sorry, are we talking about a game we're actually playing, or we're going to talk about this game, or what are we doing here?
Oh, part well, you just hey, I was put on the intro. He knows my perspicacity.
That was
what's
my
the
bad.
word? What's the word for talking too much? Is it lugubrious, or is that being boring?
Loquacious.
No, I think that's correct.
Loquacious, isn't it?
Oh, loquacious as well. I was thinking of the other L word. There we go.
There we go.
Loquacious, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
verbose
game is also sweet, and we
Yeah.
continue it.
Yeah, we're having fun too, damn it.
So when last we left off in the party, they were actually in the cog fort. The Shifting Spire was on the horizon, and like from where they were, they see but this like single, almost like thumb sticking up out of the horizon. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. As they get closer now, this sort of massive undulating tower made of like sort of organic matter of like swirls of pink and purple, sort of like, you know, fleshy blobby bits like you would expect, almost like the whole thing's made out of magic bubble gum. I'm sorry, like out of horror, out of like pink and purple horrors, like if you can imagine such a thing reaching up to the sky. Yeah. There's no apparent entrance to it. Like you see a sort of like a rough structure at the front and like a shape, but I mean this is the sort of thing that's more gonna have like membranes and little entries like closed up with like sort of like valves or holes and stuff like that. So really kind of gnarly looking. Probably like H.R. Geiger played Warhammer, had a nightmare, made a tower, right?
There's death metal playing all through everywhere.
Right.
See how badass and gross and grotesque it is.
Well, like super like experimental. I would think like some really like psychedelic metal going on. And as the Cogfort sort of like gets in range of the tower, you can see reality actually just sort of like mirages, like these heat waves of mirages, sort of like winking in and out of existence. But you can tell immediately, just you know, you sort of like wizened sort of combat sense, you know that these mirages are a lot more dangerous than they appear. And the Cogfort initially kind of ignores like the sort of first set of these sort of like heat shimmers, and then you actually like witness like part of the Cogfort like sort of rapid age and rust, and you know the commander starts shouting like evasive actions as they sort of like near the tower and stuff like that, and start sort of bobbing and weaving about as these shimmers seem to sort of be warping in. The tower itself seems to grow some appendages that begin firing these sort of hardened beams of magical coalescing energy at the Cogfort, and stuff is just getting kind of blasted and sliced apart with these beams. You hear, called from up above in the scaffolding, ramming speed! And the Cogfort just bowls forward, smashing into the Shifting Spire, and sort of like causing a breach right in the side, right kind of in the belly of it. The party's already kind of ready to rush in, and as the commander calls down, "Not sure how long we can stay here."
Yeah, it's fine. We're gonna destroy this place when we're done anyway, so no big deal.
Alright.
I put my hand on the captain's shoulder. That was a good charge phase, son.
All the impact hits.
It's fine. This place will be gone when we're done. We'll see you in a
You
few
traveled
minutes.
like a mile during that charge phase. That's a lot of impact dice.
Alright.
Or maybe like 20 years. I mean, time probably moves weird here. That's sort of how everything works. So whatever.
That's
To
right.
be fair, I was stuck on this thing for 3 months. So yeah, probably.
All right. You guys sort of like rush and spill into the tower there. There's a single corridor.
Ark.
Single corridor leads ahead. The stream can't see this, but you guys can.
I don't see
Thank-
anything.
Oh, okay.
Got
Hold
night
on.
vision. I
Perhaps
see
you
I
can't.
see a little measuring thing.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Now I see
Yep,
something.
we're good.
Yeah, right on. Can I turn this on for the stream?
Yeah, it should share.
There it is.
I would think.
You do
All right.
the screen capture.
Beautiful.
There you go. Yeah.
And then just like click on the window
Yeah.
for it. And then it's big.
Yeah, look at that.
It keeps going back to just like the grid, the
Yeah.
measuring thing, as
Mm.
opposed to the image.
I see. So every time I'm actively drawing, you don't see it, and then it goes back.
Right.
Interesting. Well, now we know for next time. So
That's
it sort of
that.
spills in. Again, the walls are. Do you see the image now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It sort of spills in. The walls almost like sort of split, like play, like my gosh, why can't I think of the word? They sort of part, and like to actually like accommodate the size of the party, and you can see it sort of like pulsing as you walk through it, and it's a very organic sort of structure, maybe causing you to second guess that Shifting Spire may have a double meeting.
Well, do you think it's big enough? Or maybe the Zine Sorcerer is compensating for something?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Listen, hey.
Aye?
No, I'm not talking to you.
Oh,
I'm talking to whoever's in charge of this place. Listen, we can either do this the hard way or the soft way. Okay? The soft way is you just get over here now so we can kill you. That's how this is going to end. So it doesn't matter if we have to blow our way through every single one of your stupid little minions before we get to you. The end of this is this whole place is in ruin and you're going back to wherever you're from. Or obliterated.
aye?
So you can make your choice now. You want to just show up? Anybody want some?
That was a good speech.
That's why I went to search for you.
The walls just kind of like shrivel and pulse some more. Maybe like responding at first to like the sort of cadence and then just going back to normal.
Mm-hmm. That's what I figured. Chaos is always a bunch of chickens.
Aye.
And by that I mean like
9
largely
foot tall.
fatty. They have skinny legs, beaks, that kind of thing.
Feathers.
You sort of empty into this like sort of initial chamber, and you immediately see a sort of cloven, like hooved creature with this sort of parched crimson skin, these massive bat wings that like have little like wicks of flame every now and then that like erupt around him. It's a bloodthirster. Like just sitting there, and he's like sitting on this big trunk. As you walk in the room, he's got like an axe wrapped in barbed wire, sitting off, leaning up against the wall, and he's like in the thinker pose right now with like his chin on his fist.
Mm-hmm.
Like sighs, like hasn't seemed to notice you despite your like great speech.
So what's up? Are you like the first guard?
He clears his breath, grabs his axe, and and points it at the party, and shouts, "I am non Battlebreaker Bloodskull. Abandon all suck wimps who enter here."
Are you for real?
Look,
Is this for real right now? Like how do you think this is gonna go?
I feel like he's yanking our chain.
Like that was your heart wasn't in that. Do you want to try that again?
I feel like he's got it chained.
all right. He like yeah. Can I give it one more try?
Aye?
Sure.
Yeah.
Fine. We're not going
All
anywhere.
right, he like flexes and like spreads open his wings and arches them really wide, steps 1 foot up onto the trunk, like the axe pointed forward, like fire erupts around him. I am Nan, guardian of the chest, and you're
What?
gonna die. Crap, that was
That was better. But did you say guardian of the chest?
Yeah, it was this trunk here. I'm just.
So you're a giant demon, though, right?
He just nods.
And your job is you're gonna guard that box.
I was summoned to totally destroy some shit a long time ago. But
how'd that end for you?
they were very good negotiating contracts, and now I guard the
So-
trunk.
How long you been guarding this box?
About 300 years.
Employee of the century over here, eh?
So you made some pretty bad choices in your life, is what I'm hearing here.
Look,
Another young demon roped into an unfortunate contract. This is why you
Hate to
need an
see it.
agent.
Water bath.
look, when you spawn from the destruction of 1,000 of Khorne's enemies,
Uh-huh.
and the blood culminates across the cosmos
Uh-huh.
to create you, you have but one purpose, and that is to kick ass. And
Aye.
sometimes in you don't read the fine print.
Right. So what I'm hearing here is you're not doing your one purpose in your current role.
Yeah, it's really depressing. I mean, I could kill you all, right, and you'd bleed a bunch.
Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
And then he sits
Sure.
back down. But then I'd still be
How
guarding.
often
But then
have
I'd
you
still be
had
guarding
to
the trunk.
physically guard this chest?
So look, I've alternative proposal. Okay? Like, I mean, do you know what happens if we destroy you in this place?
You know.
What's your contract say?
Uh,
You have it handy?
Get
yeah,
your
yeah.
reading glasses out.
It, like
lad.
he puts on some he puts on actual like reading glasses, like reaches into
bifocals with that line.
yeah,
Aye.
reaches in. They don't have rims. It's just like the ones that kind of pinch onto your nose, you know. And like he unfurls this scroll as he sits on the trunk. I found it in another 1,000 years. Fuck.
So if you lose, you're just stuck here for basically even longer.
What's the end condition? Like, how do you? When is this over?
He's got another 700 years. It looks like.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I was out of game. I was secretly hoping it was like 301 years, and then we show up in the last millisecond and make it even longer.
You do see strewn about the entire room are like just piles upon piles of corpses, like in varying stages of decay, and like skulls, and like you can see like the violence is totally gruesome on the like earliest ones. You know, like heads completely severed, arms like separated from torsos, like torsos ripped in half. Like you can even see a part where like it looks like one torso has been shoved through another torso. Like just total, like you know, just the bones and stuff left, like with this, and then like as it like as the corpses get more and more recent, they're just like punched or like chopped.
Yeah, sure. His heart's not in it anymore. I get it.
No, you hate to see it.
So you were supposed to guard this chest
Yeah.
specifically.
What's in the chest?
Don't
What
know.
about-
Don't know.
You never looked. Never even shook it around to try to get an idea.
Contract say anything about what's in the chest, or just guard the chest?
Something about an ultimate truth.
Oh,
Uh-huh. So, like, not a key we would need to get deeper in this place, right?
No. There's just that door right there. You can go through that. It'll take you into acid pits. Those are pretty rad.
aye.
You know who's in charge of this place?
Yeah, there's there's a Zinj sorcerer guy.
Does he go by Kaz?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, good. We're in the right spot.
He the one you wrote the contract with?
No, but I think maybe he had something to do with it.
Aye. Was it
What's the termination clause in that contract? I.e., what happens if we terminate Kaz and destroy this place?
I think I'm good to go. I think I get to go back to like wanted murder the cool way.
Oh.
Great. Well, I'll tell you what.
Although
That's
I
what
have
we're here
thought
to do.
about, you know, like a lot of time to think.
Uh-huh.
Go on, lad.
Well, you know, if you just like murder people, like you get
Aye.
some blood, right?
I
Sure.
love murdering people. Let's start there. Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, but like if you had some sort of like industry, and like it doesn't even need to be people, but like there's just like things that are big and have a lot of blood.
Sure.
Aye.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
you like if you kill them, but then also you like raise their kids and kill their kids later.
Ooh.
So sort of a
Iron.
factory type system.
What's a factory?
Don't worry about it.
It's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Aye.
So look, if I was you, it sounds like you've got an entrepreneurial spirit, and I appreciate that. So if I was you, what I would do is we're gonna go destroy this place. I don't care about what's in your box, like whatever. We're here to kill the guy in charge and destroy this place. So you hang out here, just keep on keeping on, I guess. Like, guard the box. Way to go. And we're gonna go over there and kill the guy. Once we get out of here, or once we destroy this place, then you'll be free to go. My best recommendation is you should try to find probably maybe some Skaven or something. They look like me, right? They breed really quickly. They're full of lots of blood. It'd be a really great thing for your machine that you're describing here. Maybe do some tests, proof of concept it out. Really see what you can get into. And that's probably the way you want to go. That's going to be your best bet. That could really move you up in, I guess, the ranks if you have those.
Yeah, I could always become a bigger bloodthirster.
Well, there you go. Something to shoot for.
So
That's some determination.
You're not gonna attack me for the chest?
No, we don't. We really don't care about the box.
Are we sure?
Ultimate truth?
Yeah.
Not interesting.
No, I already know the ultimate truth, so it's fine. There's nothing in that box that I'm worried about.
Might be like a sweet suit of armor for your pet lizard there.
Yep, it's the ultimate truth. You already said that. It's not a suit of armor.
Yeah, but maybe the ultimate truth is combat. And he flexes.
Uh-huh.
Well.
Do you think it's just like maybe a picture of two people punching each other and that's the lesson?
I mean, maybe.
Well, then there you go. I've already seized onto it. I don't need to look in the box. Anyway.
I think this is just good for both of us. You can guard the box, kill the guy in charge of this place, break all his stuff, and then you're free to do your factory, Hire some workers, give them some insensate wages. Joke explainer, Bloodthirsters come in 3 types, and one of them is Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage, which is, of course, similar sounding to wage, right? It rhymes. Translator's note is over.
So anyways, you enjoy your time here. We're just going to head that direction. And good luck with your factory.
And thanks for the directions.
Hope you really grind up a lot of Skaven.
Yeah, Skaven. Lots of blood in these Skaven, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. They're basically just bags of blood and bones. Giant skulls, too.
Wee tails.
Yeah,
Great skulls.
They're mostly just skull and blood.
Yeah, big skulls for their size, and there's a lot of them. If you care about volume, you can. There's just a lot of them.
Yeah, your god really seems like someone who's more concerned with quantity than quality.
And they sometimes stitch themselves together with multiple skulls and lots of blood.
All right. Well, probably need to write up some sort of itinerary for when I'm free.
Yeah, I mean, if I was you, I'd put together like a basic business plan.
Mission
what are you going to need? What are your risks? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, proof of concept for the assembly lines in the factory. Yeah.
Get your funding for more axes to behead with.
Sure, you're gonna need a lot of axes.
He punches in the chest of one of the recently deceased and gets some blood on his claw. And he starts writing on the back of his contract, little doodles.
You write Kicker 7. He is going to need an angel investor. You're right. That might be hard to secure, but we'll see.
Okay, we proceed.
What a helpful one. Was that Corn? Is that
Yeah, he was a corn demon.
the Corn type?
Yeah.
But not for pulping.
We would you never wanted to be assigned to aiding a corn army. That was the worst job you could get. Like Skaven, we always got just assigned to help other chaos people. It's always you're always second fiddle.
Sure.
And the worst thing was always getting corn. It was terrible.
Oh no.
If I had to rank it, it was pretty straightforward. It would be Corn is the worst, Zinch is next, then Nurgle, then Slanesh. That was kind of the order of it all.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Nurgle second. I'm surprised.
Well, they were gross, but you gotta understand, rats are pretty naturally resistant to disease. You know,
That's
it's
fair.
like, and plus,
Oh,
most of the time, you'd end up having like a whole contingent of pestilence people there with you, and you just kind of let them be the ones who stand near the gross bags of like pus, and you just kind of
Matter.
stand over to the side, and you're generally fine. It's kind of a proximity thing.
Ah.
You
that makes
guys,
sense.
you guys head to the south side of the room. It was just like weird membrane goo. Oh, hey, let me just like he just runs over and like screams and tears it open for you.
Thank
you.
you kindly.
We figured out how to work their doors.
All
Yeah,
right.
you can probably handle it from that point on.
Usually the like when the scribes come through, they like say words.
Well, that
Scribes.
sounds boring. Your way was much better.
This room opens up into this sort of weird. It's a chamber. It's got these multiple like pools. And you see little like ripples and bubbles of steam coming off of them. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, just sort of equidistantly through here. And then there's all these like little.
What's this Dean sorcerer's name again, Rocco? Kaz?
Kaz'atraxa?
So Kaz. All right, cool. I just need to
Alright.
lock that in my head.
Oh, fair,
Yeah, KH Kaza.
Kaza? Okay.
Kaz'atraxa.
Kaz. Like, Skig would not say the whole name, obviously.
Sure.
Life's
Also, there's
life's
a new
too
planet named Bardul we have to watch out for. Flunky type.
Isn't atraxia like some sort of breathing problem?
I thought it was a plane in Magic the Gathering.
Atraxa is the
Atraxa is a legendary creature that
Oh, there we go.
Apparently.
it's 4/4 for 4 in everything but red colors.
There you go.
Flying vigilance, lifelink, death touch, maybe all 4 of those.
and she proliferates at end of turn.
Yeah, proliferates, which is real strong for poison and planeswalkers. I think there was like a medical term for it. Maybe it's when your heart is beating so fast that it can't actually pump; it's just wiggling. Hold on.
I feel like an arrhythmia.
I love that you're looking this up. So there's these little like acid pools, and you see all these like actual like most of the towers like seems to be made out of organic matter. In this chamber, you see now hints of man-made or humanoid-made structures. There's a lot of little like baubles, tubes, and wires sort of like in the ceiling, with some of these clusters of baubles lowering down over the pools.
So there's pools, and then you said there's baubles over the pools? What do you
Yeah,
mean,
baubles, little spheres, little circular like
Are
beak.
they floating on their own?
No, they're suspended by these like rigs of tubing and stuff. And they remind you of fish eggs, actually, how they're all like clustered together, but they're
Yeah, sure. I was going to ask. So what's going to pop out of these, do you think? What do you suppose? What do you suppose we're dealing with here? What kind of egg sacs are these?
Well, Greenmer?
Well, maybe. That would be fun.
Aye. I'm kind of hoping for one of the acolytes, though. I've got a good.
You think that's where you think that's how they make acolytes? I thought those were people.
No, I'm saying I was hoping we'd find some so we could steal their robes and go around the place easier.
Why would we do that?
Who would believe an ogre in a robe is? No, never mind. There's ogre thaumaturge. Like it might be on. It might be on point.
You wave a stick and then they're like, "Oh, Mister, the wizard's here."
Well, why don't you shoot one of the sacks and see what falls out?
Yeah, let's do it.
brilliant.
Also, I was thinking of ataxia, which is when your cerebellum is damaged. You have problem with voluntary muscle movements, and eventually, like, you can't swallow, and your muscles can't really move at all, including your heart, and you end up dying.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a bad thing. You don't want ataxia.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then. So who's shooting? You're shooting at these baubles. You're gonna actually.
Yeah, we're gonna try to pop one, see what comes out.
Okay.
Let's see what's in this pinata.
All right. How? What do you
Ready.
use? Is like a lobbing a spell at it, or you?
Why, he has a big bow, right? Don't you have a big bow?
Bigwinter?
Or a spear or something you can throw?
Oh, Bigwinter's like, wait, what? I wasn't paying attention at all.
Aye.
We should see what's in these little balloons.
Why?
Because it's gonna pop out eventually. I mean, otherwise, just be ready. We can skip it and just walk. What are the ways out of What are the ways out of here?
You see these these two tubes on the sort of southeastern wall. They look like chutes, or maybe like almost like garbage chutes, but tubular. Sort of
Totally
like
tubular?
the H.R. Geiger equivalent of the yellow circles tubes that they throw out of windows when they're doing city construction.
Yeah,
Sure.
after that, I know exactly the shape. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
there's two of those, and then
I think these rooms are all a test. These are all temptations. The first one, we were tempted not to kill that guy, and I was really tempted to kill that guy.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I was too
And I
lad.
think this one is the baubles that you really want to eat.
You want to eat those?
I want to see what's inside.
Well, they look a little appetizing, like an egg kind of a thing. Could be good for a scramble.
Zinch is the tricky one, right?
Aye.
He is, yeah.
Hmm.
Most of the time when you're following around a Zinch force, it's a lot of getting yelled at by weird, indiscriminate creatures of that you can't really understand, that have all these weird miskatonic angles, and they just sound like. And you're supposed to
Aw.
understand that as an actual order of how to march and move. It's really annoying.
Well, no wonder you went to Sigmar.
Yeah, well. Anyways, look, I say we make our way across for one of the tubes,
Yeah.
and we'll just
Right.
see. Just be ready. If the eggs pop out, then we'll kill whatever pops out of
The
the
eggs
egg.
pop out, sunny side up.
Aye. We'll scramble the rest, dude.
We make our way around,
Yep.
carefully watching the eggs, waiting for something to pop out.
Yep.
I got sword and shield ready, boys.
So you've got the exit to the north, but you guys head for the tubes, or you can see a hallway up to the north, and you head for these tubes at the south. You kind of like peer down them,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much expectantly. Like it goes down for a while, curves, and then you can't see the end of it.
We're trying to go up, right?
Aye. But
All right,
Zinc,
well, let's take the
sometimes
tunnel
up,
instead.
Down?
Yeah.
Okay. Lead on, Master Skaven.
I mean, down might as well be up in this place. Who knows? But sure, let's take the tunnel for now.
Yeah, Zinch is the tricky one.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned that 1 minute ago, and now I say it like it's a mantra.
All right.
We make our way to the door tunnel place.
And we can see you drawing this time too. I don't know what you changed, but you did it.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So this corridor just there's no like membrane or door between. It just opens directly into this sort of like side chamber. As you enter it, the ground sort of shifts, and you take like another step, and as you sort of step into the chamber, you sort of find that the floor has sort of shifted into this almost like black sand,
Okay.
and it's just across the whole thing. You can make out like across the way like a single sort of exit, just sort of like a rift between the walls, like more of a crag, not quite. This isn't like the tubular tunnel or doorway. It's just like a rift in the side of the wall there, and it basically appears to get further and further away as the sand gets sort of deeper and deeper, and eventually, you find yourself with like these sort of dunes on either side of you, and you're kind of like shin deep in this black sand.
Okay.
The longer you stand there, the further the walls get, till where eventually it appears to be but a desert. You can actually make out a black pyramid to the far south, and the clouds above are this like sort of charcoal color that seem to be moving in a reverse direction.
Well, now I'm wishing I brought Jeffrey.
Myriad, any thoughts? Did we go to your home?
Home, he says, or they say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't think it's actually your home, though.
Shakes. They shake their head.
Meaning he agrees with me. Is that what you're?
Yeah, like the no, like yeah, this is definitely not.
Right. Okay. Fine. I hate Tzeentch. I hate everything about this stupid god. All right. So
Well, you see,
now we're in a desert, huh? Okay. I pull myself up out of the sand.
Yep.
I look around.
Mhm.
Is there anything around?
You see a pyramid to the south, and you lost sight of where that rift was, sort of straight across.
Okay.
Looking behind us, is it now just an endless expanse?
Yeah, we just straight desert.
No.
Is there like a Truman Show like door in there?
No, no, looking behind you, you can see where, like, the sand gradually, like, you know, as if it's been swept this way, you know, and, like, eventually you can see the ground again and go back in to the room you just came from.
Okay, so do we want to go back to that room and then go down the big tube, or do you want to go check out this pyramid thing?
Bigwinter right now is struggling with temptation.
By the way, I don't think this is really like a temptation situation. Bigwinter,
couldn't
I
be more
understand where you're
wrong.
coming from, but I don't think that's Tzeentch's MO.
Fair enough. Usually there's crab claw
For
ladies.
some
going
reason,
around.
Bigwinter has decided this.
It's see, Slanesh is more the one that's about temptation. Tzeentch's thing is just bullcrap.
Oh, so this room isn't trying to tempt me into catching and eating a sandworm?
No, it's just trying to tempt you. It's trying to just be annoying. Basically, Tzeentch is the chaos god of annoying the crap out of you.
Oh.
This is why none of the other
I'm
chaos
like
gods like
learning
them.
because my Bigwinter doesn't know much about chaos. He's fought undead, undead and humans most of his life, and like captured land whales and stuff and ate them as a Beast Claw person. So
sure.
Fair enough.
Tzeentch is the annoying one. Slanesh is the tempting one.
So, anyways, so we could walk back into the room and jump down the tubes if we wanted, right?
Yeah,
Right.
seems that way. Yeah.
I'm making a soul here.
Let me go use the restroom while you discuss and refill my beverage here.
There's probably not any sandworms anyway.
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting, but Desert Oasis was not Desert and no Oasis. Not what I was thinking.
Oh, you weren't expecting to find that in the middle of this tower? Is that what you're saying, Glorf?
Oh, we're staying in character. Oh, sorry. I didn't think there'd be a black frickin' pyramid out here. But then
Well,
again,
there's not.
Hi.
But there is.
Yes.
I mean, this is basically what I expected. Not this specifically, but this level of nonsense.
Aye. And there's no prayer or nothing that you can do to remove the illusion from the room there, Skig.
Not really. It's like
Fair
because
enough.
it's not really an illusion. Probably. It's
Aye.
like, oh, it's kind of magic and it's sort of real and it's just Tzeentch nonsense.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm still trying to get the weird illusion with the accent right. I don't know how to really frame that yet. We're working on it.
Sure. So, anyways, where do you want to go? What are you feeling there, Bigwinter?
Well,
We'll just
illusion
keep
or no, I don't particularly care for the desert. Probably aren't sandworms. Let's take the tube.
Let's jump in some tubes.
I'm a fan
I mean,
of tubes.
it's a cinematic out of character. It's a very cinematic area, Black Desert and all that.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Would look cool, but you know,
I'm gonna go ahead and jump on your back or like on top of you while we ride down the tube, if that's okay.
yeah, it's fine.
Fair enough.
Oh, like you ever seen like a parent go down the slide with their kid?
Yeah,
I'll like sit on your gut.
Just
We could just go down together. Whee!
go. I'll cover the rear. I've got me night vision focused to this weird tower. Not that it's really dark. I'd expect more foreboding, maybe? Lots of psychedelic colors. You know, it doesn't really scream evil lair.
I think it screams evil lair so much it's a bit hoarse.
I don't know. One of those things of being with my people in the realm of Chateau. We just see all of it. Maybe I'm just mad.
We have
Oh, you're
decided
back?
to go back into the room and jump down the tubes and see what
Yeah,
happens.
we're going for the tubes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
We're
I am
sliding.
going to sit on Bigwinter when we slide down the tubes, like a kid sitting in their parents' lap going down a slide. Like I'm sure you've had this experience in your life, Matt. You have children.
Yes.
You've probably taken your child down a slide at some
Yep.
point,
Yep.
like that.
All right.
County fair in this bitch. Let's go.
Like the little potato sack ones.
Yeah.
All right. Big winner. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but you just exactly fit. Glorf,
Oh,
did you
so
say
no need to coil up?
no? Not this time.
I guess that's the Slanesh Tower as well.
What did I say?
Did you bring Jeffrey with you?
No.
Okay.
I said I wish I brought Jeffrey. He's over on the Quag Fort with a lava tusk.
Okay. So you slide down these tubes. I just assumed that Big Winter and Skig won, and then Glorf in their own. You slide down these tubes and land in a. Who has dark vision or night vision? Okay, all of you, all three.
I bought the trade 3 adventures ago.
Yeah. I don't know if it's called dark vision in this game, but you know what I mean. Night vision. Yeah. You have night vision,
And
so
I'm very combat ready in case we ever actually get jumped by something.
no. It's all about the suspense in the Zinj Tower. I took my annoyance with Zinj and I turned it into the party's annoyance. No. No. So you slide into this chamber. It is immediately. The first thing you notice is that this chamber, rather than that sort of organic H.R. Geiger thing going on and scintillating colors, you have a stone room. It's rather like carved, like almost cave-like stone, wide circular chamber, and the floor is actually like would have been slabs of stone that was laid down, with this inlaid ruin in the center, which looks like a triangle with this sort of like eye inside of a box at the center of it. And there's, as you kind of like come fumbling into the room, there's about half a dozen robed individuals that were all sort of arranged around this thing, like sort of chanting and I'm gonna see if hang on.
Did we interrupt Sunday service?
We're looking for Kaz.
They don't notice you. They're actually like deep in whatever this chant, whatever this meditation seems to be going on. They don't break it.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a trance, in other words.
Well, I say we're looking for Kaz. That was my initial statement.
Skig, I'd say it louder.
Hey,
Aye.
idiots! We're looking for your boss. Where's he at?
Yeah, there's 9 of them expectantly.
Of course.
I'm gonna push one into the center of the circle.
Uh,
we-
Poke him with your spear.
Just walk up to him and push him around.
Well, I mean, we knocked in. Well, metaphorically, you asked. They didn't respond.
Yeah.
Aye.
This clearly breaks the whatever's going on here, and this one immediately like pulls this like ritual dagger off its belt, spins around, and they don't seem into the conversational mood.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Sounds good. You want me to track it?
If you wish.
Sure.
Bound and now. New book smell.
Best thing, new book smell.
I find it utterly fascinating that Games Workshops, like especially their battle tomes, that smell hasn't changed since the 90s. Like it's just it's the same smell.
Yeah.
Sure.
Got a 14.
Ooh, 11.
For Myriad?
No, for these.
Oh.
And Myriad gets a 10.
9.
All right. So, Glorf, you said 14.
Aye.
Big, what'd you say? 9.
9.
Okay. And what's the Myriad on?
10.
Okay. Damn it. And bad guys, you said 11.
Yep.
Okay. Do these look like basically Arcanite type of dudes?
Yeah, they're
Disciple type dudes?
yeah.
All right, Glorf. Well, start us off.
I
buddy.
can't remember what Carrick acolytes look like, but
They have bird masks.
They're ripped.
They're normally like ripped. Yeah, but like swimmer body ripped. Not
right.
horn ripped.
Yeah, like Michael Phelps. Yeah.
No, they,
Yeah.
they shave. They wax.
Sure.
They work out. Sorry.
Glorf, you're first.
I work out. Well, I'll charge the first one. And fight him. We're gonna scrap, yeah.
Yep.
That's the plan.
I go for the nearest one. With me Hell Saber. What am I looking for in me roll? I'm superb.
You're attacking against average.
So 2s.
Oh yeah, he's dead. That was 8 successes. 2 plus success on my damage on the nearest dude, and it's I have the sever trait as well.
Okay.
So if he ain't
The
dead, he's
sever
very
trait, huh?
aye.
What's the sever
so
trait
I-
do?
What was that? If they move, they bleed.
Okay.
But you hit him for like 10 damage.
Yeah. So I
So
don't think he's
Probably not moving.
Call me crazy. Yeah, hit him for 10 damage.
Yeah, no armor. He goes down.
All right. And I'll metal and do it again to his buddy behind him.
Okay.
That's another 10 damage, but
All right, that's another dead.
What do you wield, by the way?
a hell saber. I'm doing the sword and shield combo.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, and a Kellion, is it? I suppose it
Aye.
would make sense with the eel.
Sure.
Very perceptive, Big
You,
Winter.
oh, yeah, I guess. Okay. Big Winter doesn't know, just out of game.
Yeah,
Mortar Guard or Ishlane Guard?
it's playing, actually. It's playing.
Oh, the Deef, the big Deef.
Yeah.
But
Get that
more
2 up.
advanced.
Who's up next?
That would be myself. I fall behind Big Winter, and I take the dodge action.
Okay.
Done. That would be them.
All right.
Because they're all in our zone, right?
Yeah, it's one zone. It's just one big circle.
Yep.
They're kind of spread out, you know, not direct melee range necessarily, but...
Sure.
I actually have enough space to have physical books on my desk, which I've just missed as a GM.
Sure.
Oh, and I'm sorry. It was for Sever. It's when I roll a 6 on an attack, and so I should have been saying that the first time I got 3 6s, the last time I got 2, but the dude's dead.
Well, if their corpse gets up and walks around, it'll take some.
All right. It's just going to be 8 arcane bolts. 7 arcane bolts. 3 at Glorf, 4 at Bigwinter.
All right, come get some.
Pew, pew, pew.
Glorf, you'll be taking 4 off the initial, as he's just like
I'm zapping.
the undead casting animation from World of Warcraft. It's rock fists. You're just getting rock fisted.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I'm down to 8 toughness.
Your armor will apply.
Your armor
will?
does
Oh,
apply.
okay.
Yep.
All right, then I'll be down to 10 toughness.
You're gonna take 3 from the second. Dude, these Slanesh dice rolling hot. They really do love the number 6.
Mhm. Sure.
Okay.
And then 3 from that one.
Okay.
And arcane bolts actually do something in this game.
DN4 and every success is a damage. So and it's just
nice.
how big is your spellcast pool? Like turn it into damage.
Sure.
So
There you go.
you got to channel the spell because so you got to make sure your spell doesn't turn into a fucking like purple sun or something on accident. But once you do that, then it's just deal the damage.
All right.
So
7 remaining toughness. Okay.
You should have 8 remaining.
Oh, 8. Okay. Thank you.
2 Bigwinter for the first bolt.
All right, that bounces off the gut plate.
4 for the second.
I'll take 2.
3 for the third. And 3 for the last. All right, they just light you up.
All right, take 4.
Cool.
One Nagash could have done all that.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
All right.
He might have had a few more dice in his casting.
Yeah, it would have been massive dice pulls too.
Myriad.
Another way in which, like the narrative in this, or the narrative and the rules of this game, things would be even huger and sweeter. Yeah, Myriad's just gonna. So he's got the reaping power, so he's gonna be sure to go and body up on 2 of them that are closer to Bigwinter's because his 6s become spillover damage.
Sure.
Because he reaps.
The cleaving scythe.
Yep, scythes are sweet
Of
weapons.
the sweet-looking hero that no one plays.
Yeah. So we get. We can turn that 5 into a 6, so we get an extra one there. He literally cleaves through 2. Like it just scythes through 2 of them.
Well done, buddy.
Aye.
He'll save his metal for counter spells.
Sure.
Which I just forgot to do this last time. I'm sorry about
That's
that.
fine. It's all good. He wasn't sure if there was a it's the standard counterspell situation in AOS when you don't ask your opponent, wait, how many spells do you have remaining? And you just sit on them for too long, and then you don't actually have the big spell coming to dispel.
Mm-hmm.
He was just trying to save it for the big spell, and it was just all arcane bolts.
Exactly.
We've all been there. All right, so that brings us to Bigwinter.
All right, I'm gonna kill as many as I'm able.
Welcome to the party.
I'm at great, and you said they're at average?
Yep.
So I'm on 3s. Or am I also on 2s?
You might also be on 2s.
You're on 2s.
Yeah. Oh, because if you're above
Great,
1,
good,
if you're
average.
above 2, it's yeah.
Yep.
7 and 5 6s, so ignore 5 armor.
Yeah, they don't have armor.
All right, so 7, 8, 9 damage.
Yeah, gone.
And I'll be meddling twice and just trying to kill through them.
All right, all right.
That's 8 because I can turn that one into a 2. So it's
Gone.
10 damage to that guy.
Yeah.
And third guy. That's all of it. So another 10.
Done.
Man, rolling dice is pretty fun when you're looking for 2s and you get 2 bonuses to add on to stuff.
Yep.
Aye.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Yep, Skirin taking 3 out.
Very good. All right, that brings us
record
to
shows that
7
I'm
total.
not-
There's 2 guys left.
Yep.
That's new initiative.
Yep. So let's see if they even get to go before they're dead.
The goal is no.
Big money,
Another 9.
no whammy. They get an 11 again.
Hey, good job.
Myriad gets a 10 again.
Glorf,
14.
big.
9.
Okay. Glorf, start us off, buddy.
Well, I'm going to be charging them and going after them, the nearest.
It's just
I'll
2
swing this
remaining.
sword. Oh, well, I'm still swinging at them. I get 1 6 and 8 successes. So another 10 damage to the nearest one.
Another 10. Yeah, that one's done. So
Yeah. And did anyone else want to go and carve one up?
Oh no, feel free to meddle again and kill him. It's all good.
Thank you kindly. Ooh, this dude's bleeding hard. That's a bunch of 6s. Yeah, he. Where's our bloodthirster friend? He can come collect the scraps.
yeah. It's like,
Gone.
dude, thank you. This is pretty metal.
Aye, as long as I can grab the soul.
Oh God.
It's a real sort of nose to tail operation we're running here.
Aye.
With the soul binding, you don't have a need for souls, though. That's one of the That's one of the reasons that your kind enters into the soul binding.
Aye. But do you know how much it takes to pay off a feckin' cog fart?
Enough.
A few souls.
Aye.
All right, good. Well, that was easy enough. Okay.
So as their blood
What
pours
happened?
out onto the seal, you hear laughter echoing through the room.
Sure.
Acceptable. You hear the
Aye,
voice.
Zinch.
Oh no, it was all part of your master plan.
The seal lights up.
Are you done yet? Is this enjoyable for you? This is just delaying the inevitable.
Aye. Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Skig, did you do your healing with the glowing Sigmarite runes and such?
Sure, everybody's back at full.
Making sure for my own bookkeeping.
There
Thank
you go.
kindly.
He doesn't even roll anymore.
Like, it would be irrelevant to roll. Everybody has 4 damage. I could not full heal that. So
Fair enough.
Myriad, perhaps we weren't supposed to kill them.
I mean, sure. I'm sure that like it was all part of the plan. That's what I'm saying, Myriad. Like that's what this guy's all about. It's plans and gambits and stuff like that. There's just one problem with all of Zinch's stupid plans.
Go on.
You know what beats Zinch's stupid plans? Just brute force.
We are familiar.
He only has so many dumb gambits, and then that's it.
It was a temptation room.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and guess at what we are supposed to kill and aren't supposed to kill in a place full of things trying to kill us. I'm just gonna kill everything until I get to the guy I want to kill, and then we're gonna kill that guy.
It was a solid plan.
We've had success against Tzeentch's kind.
Oh, good.
Our construct was pointed. So
I don't know what that means.
Well, we're glad that you're here, though.
we're made from
is-
the right stuff.
Aye.
Are you
That
made
we
from
are,
like
lad.
anti-Tzeentch souls?
Bones, as it were.
Cool.
Well,
Cool.
very cool.
He's made from the really sweet anti-magic bones.
Let's go.
Yeah, none of us know what that means, but we're on board with it.
Aye.
Yeah. Bigwinter has definitely never heard of Nulmir yet.
Yes, definitely not. I like my character knows a fair amount about chaos, given that he grew up amongst it, right?
Well, technically, Myriad wouldn't have been part of the Null Myriad yet. That hadn't happened. He was just
Yeah,
one of those
sure.
early ones that helped carry all the stuff, and they accidentally became
Yeah, he's like a prototype of
Hmm.
Null Myriad, but it has the same effect.
right.
Yeah.
That's why you found him all damaged and old and stuff in a city when Sigmar and Nagash were still kind of like okay with each other, you know.
Yeah.
But of course, Nagash.
Oh, they
has
were
been-
besties. It's all good.
Oh,
Have
dude,
fun.
my headcanon is they're like jaded lovers. Like they were like
Oh,
totally like the most like the bestest of friends ever.
Well, they strode into the chaos realm shoulder to shoulder like a buddy cop movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just wrecked
Like
it.
back to
Oh.
back with like like just pew pew. Like oh yeah, 100. Like there's I can't remember what story it was. I'm sorry for the tangent. This isn't Rantcast, but it was the one story. I think it was in the core rulebook or whatever, where it's like Sigmar's like talking to like alluded to be Balthazar Gelt. And
I know the book.
and he's like,
It's,
weren't you guys
Soulward.
like he's like wait, weren't you and Nagash like homies one time? And Sigmar is basically like, we were once great friends. And like he just like looks off into the distance and like gets the lone man tear, like because he
called him brother.
yeah, like he
Yeah.
remembers
Like
him.
the North Star scene.
Yeah.
We love the same woman.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally like Big Fist of the North Star, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, like besto friendos turned enemies. Like I think that makes their story way cooler, personally. But
Yeah, I mean they're just Rastalin and Caramon. It's fine. We get it.
yep, it's perfect.
Truly.
Yeah.
Well,
Team Raceland.
Although this one was Sigmar's fault, let's be honest.
Real talk. All right. So
Next room.
so you head back to the pyramid room, eh?
Is this like a dead end?
Oh, this is a dead end.
Oh yeah. It is I'm sorry. You were inspecting this room.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you have the seal on the ground. Go ahead and roll investigations. This is going to be a sort of party challenge, so we're counting all the successes in the party towards the total. It is a DN4. It is an investigation mind. You need 9 successes.
Do you mean awareness or intuition or guile or
Uh,
arcana? What are we rolling?
yeah.
Hang on. Should be.
I'm good with guile or intuition.
I think that's actually just like being, hey,
Yeah.
being tricky.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
should
it seems that maybe I'll
be.
be pretty.
Wouldn't it be into it? Awareness. Mind awareness.
Excuse me.
Less
Oh goodness.
Mind.
I'm sorry. You said what was the check?
Mind awareness. It is a DN4. You need 9 successes across
I
the
got
whole party.
4.
Across the whole party.
I have
boy.
2.
That brings it to 6,
2.
7, 8. Myriad. Let's
Myriad!
go, buddy.
He's a smarty pants.
Yeah, he's good. He's got 3. You're all kind of like combing around doing the thing. You notice that the blood has actually seeped into the floor as if it's been filtered down. Like it's drained a lot quicker than blood should drain from just a stone floor. You know that stuff tends to linger around and stain. So it does. So you can tell that immediately that these grooves in these these stones as they've been laid allows for it to be pulled down and stuff. Like there's a sponge underneath, and the rune itself that's in the room is sort of drawn throughout the whole thing in some kind of a metal. And you notice that the grooves in the metal look like they're maybe modular, like they might change shape, they might go up or down.
Oh, can I try to lift?
Yeah, like you try to like pick it up a little bit, and like Skig's kind of over with Myriad, and they're like inspecting one of the stones in the floor, and they realize like it depresses, and they push it in, and then you kind of like pull up this almost like pedestal thing, which is this sort of center, these sort of central eye sort of effigy in the floor. Like that just kind of telescopes up, and it's a weird little podium, and it's got like little it's actually got like little levers and buttons and stuff on it. Once it kind of like fully like telescopes up. Little carved stone symbols next to these sort of like little metallic buttons and you know and stuff.
So is this like a machine or something?
Seems to be.
Myriad, you know how to make this thing work? You're the
I
wizard.
was going to say, you know who's good with stone symbols and mechanics?
The dwarf who's not here, who's also our wizard.
Yep.
Yeah, this was totally a Fyrgrim puzzle. I had the feeling he likes dungeon crawls.
Yeah, I mean, we're all dummies, you understand. The people like, well, I don't want to speak for Glorf. Maybe Glorf's actually smart.
Well, have you met me, lad?
Myriad leans over the controls.
Thank you, Myriad.
Like
Hey, mind of 3, that's pretty good for an ogre.
grabs.
Oh, no, you're like the Albert Einstein of ogres. I don't mean we're dummy like that. I just mean we're not wizards. Right, is my point.
No.
Myriad and
3 mind, 3 soul, 5 body, but we about fighting and beast handling and sneaking around places.
You are one buff elf. Good lord.
Yeah. I could,
What
yeah.
body?
I'll fuck up a goddamn sea monster.
Sure. Yeah, 5 body. That's impressive.
Now we have the kickers. Like now we have the Tomb Raider Scooby Doo episode. You're welcome. You're welcome,
We're all too goofy.
dear viewers. Myriad pulls like one of their vials off their belt, uncorks it, like absorbs the soul, corks it again, puts it back on their belt. Their fingers like sort of splay out, and like you get the little like extra digits, like in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I was with you. I knew we knew where you were.
Yeah, that's why.
And
I watched Standalone Complex for the first time recently. Really liked it.
great, wasn't it? Yeah, sweet.
It was actually really good.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. Usually the spin-off show is not.
I'm gonna catch some hate, but I liked it better than the movie. The movie I think is very abridged. I really enjoyed
totally
it.
agree. Even my wife loves Standalone Complex. That is the best statement I can give because she does not like anime very much. So there you go.
Right on. Myriad says to the party, "These are clearly some sort of controls, but I suspect they are linked. We suspect they are linked to the desert."
Oh, so we got to go get the blue key
Ooh.
for the yellow door. Okay, that's fine.
Aye.
Is there a sandworm button on there?
There are obstacles. Yes.
Well, we could use some temporary mounts, couldn't we, Bigwinter?
Shall we turn them
Oh,
on or
yeah.
off?
Well, riding them, I guess we could.
Aye.
I mean, turn off what? Like, I guess turn things off.
Oh.
Myriad,
Yeah, turn off anything that doesn't look edible.
we don't eat. Myriad says, looking at you. Everything is inedible to us.
And also, Big Winner, the reality is anything out there, it's not going to be real. It's going to be made of, like, Zinch arcane magic garbage. So it wouldn't even be real food, even if it was a sandworm.
Truly, this is the cursed god.
This is what I'm saying. It's the worst.
Can your kind not consume primordial magic coalesced into a physical form?
There have been. I'm trying to figure out the ogre way of saying this.
Underbelly. Jumping out from the lore here.
Yeah, Thunderbellies for sure have done it. To Stormcast, who had really surprised looks on their face when it happened.
Yes, they did. That was my favorite part of that story. They're like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure there was a tribe that figured out how to eat like a few ghosts, and it was terrifying for the ghosts somehow. But like,
Yeah, there is a tribe that eats Nighthawk. I know that.
Yeah, there's a tribe that eats Sylvaneth.
They're
We've
vegan.
been making great progress on these fronts.
We are to
I
There you
personally
go.
haven't. I personally haven't, to my shame, but our kind has been making great strides.
We have turned them all off, and have an understanding of where to go.
Okay, great. Well done, Myriad.
We'll have to return to this chamber.
I figured. That's usually the way these things go.
Do we want to take any cloaks for disguises, though? Get to jump on the Zinch guys.
I like your Glorf. I love that your hope,
Aye.
but no,
Myriad,
this is not how we roll.
Myriad has already folded up a pile of cloaks and is holding them in front of Glorf. We understand.
Yeah, I already have a cultist in the pot, to eat on the way.
Aye.
I mean, if you want to bring some robes because you fancy the fashion, feel free. But you don't hide the light of Sigmar under a bushel, okay? I'm not here to sneak. I'm here to burn.
Oh no.
He's not that
I
kind
forgot
of
about this
Skaven.
from the cultist episode.
Someone,
yeah, that's right.
someone
You
clip
just
that
grabbed
shit.
the dude and said, "I'm gonna give you the light." Oh God, I forgot. Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm not here
We'll
to.
get violent. Fuck it, we chose violence. Okay, let's do it.
No, they chose violence.
Yeah.
The first thing I said when I walked in here was, Kaz, come here, and you can end this now. They chose not to do that.
Yeah,
Well,
and at that exact moment, Skig just shrugged and said, "Oh, so you have chosen violence."
Yes.
shame, really.
Myriad leads the party back into the desert. You have to climb up the little tubey. You head back to the desert. Head towards the pyramid. Myriad just basically magic hacked the tube, or magic hacked the like ritual room, and just the walls part for the Black Pyramid, and you walk into the room. You grab this little this little black cylinder and head back to the magic room, or the rune room. He puts that into the side, rewires back in. We should be able to continue now.
Good job, Myriad. That was well done.
Aye. Huge even.
Oh, there is an inscription on this.
Oh, read it out loud for the class, then, will ye?
Speak none.
Okay. So we're not supposed to talk where we're going?
Myriad
Well, I'm at a disadvantage.
I nod stoically.
Okay, let's go.
You head back. You head back into what was formerly the desert room. It's now just like it pretty much like the rest of the area and stuff. And it's easier this way. Oh no, that's. Sorry, guys. I got this set up just for you, and I'm fucking terrible at it.
Oh, good.
All right. And now I'm going to just squiggle a bunch.
Well, Better me kind of a thing, eh?
Okay. You end up in just this insanely winding hall, this rift. To say it's a hall is a misnomer. It's this rift. You really can't see the top of how far this wall parts, and it's the same organic material as before, but it just goes up forever, and it's constantly winding. You're losing sense of depth. Your equilibrium's a little bit off. You're not sure if you're going up or down throughout the whole process, right? At some times it feels like you're walking uphill for forever, and some other points it feels like you're walking down. Finally, at last, you see light up ahead and catch this sort of like chilly wind just blowing into this rift. And it makes that like sort of whistling, rattling noise as it would when it blows over, when a strong wind blows through like a great chasm.
Okay. Do we
It
see
does
anything?
give the pause, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that
You
we
keep
can't
heading.
hug, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we keep going that direction.
Yep. Keep heading. And you get to like the point where the chasm opens up, and you see the snow's like sort of poured into the area. On the other side is a sort of sprawling village, a good-sized village, probably 60 or so people would have lived here. If you can see the huts and stuff are spread out. A little bridge across a frozen little brook, and a plethora of crops between that are all the remnants of which are frozen at like sort of the height of growth, not as brush. The buildings have been almost like they've been like torn or ripped down to like the studs and single structures, and the whole thing is just this frozen ghost town. You see a lone road wind through the center of it, and then continue out of the village.
Well, I'm not going to say anything, but I guess I'll think it. All right, let's keep going.
I'll just follow.
smile.
I'll follow Big Winter's lead.
I
I just
smile happily.
point at him and go.
Yeah.
Yep, and continue on.
All right. Stepping.
And frozen crops, just how Mom used to make.
Yeah, much of them have been
other people's crops.
Yeah, much of them have been like reaped or harvested, and like, but not like methodically, like with tools and stuff, just plucked and stuff. So you see like full stalks of like corn just standing upright with these tufts torn out of the earth, and you can see where the earth is busted open and stuff around. And but this wasn't a natural harvest season.
Right? Is this to me like very obviously?
Yeah, it's obvious to you what
a
it
raid
is. Yeah.
Of Beastclaw, or just like some town that happened to get raided by somebody?
No, this is very obviously like this is like textbook Beastclaw Raider raid, where like the Everwinter comes in and freezes the crap like just where it is. Like it was probably it was end of summer by the looks of like the height of some of these corn stalks, and it didn't matter. Everwinter's here, baby.
Hey, I like the stock.
Yeah. So you see that as you sort of exit the chasm and into this, you notice this just sort of wind wall of snow and hail on either side of you now. The entrance is gone. Like it's just this wind tunnel behind you now. Or not wind tunnel, this wind wall behind you. And it's like you've passed into the eye of the storm, and you can like see these physical walls. You're just at one side of it right now, and the other side of it is pretty much just cutting the edge of the village off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm
like
filled
that.
with a nostalgic, great feeling. And plus, here's a place finally that's the right temperature. It's not too hot for once.
I'm loving it too.
I'm
It's
gonna
like cold water, bro. We're good.
I'm gonna navigate them through this area.
I'm reading chat gang here, and Kicker's comment. I should have clipped Vince talking in Zinch, or talking in Zinch, and all I can think of is the Moon Knight like I know you're here, you big nerd. Like Skig literally did the Moon Knight meme where he's just like, Zinch sorcerer, I know you're in here, you nerd. Just like,
And for those wondering, you can go back in the VOD and clip shit.
yeah.
Definitely clip it.
Oh man, sorry, I just had to.
Oh yeah.
That mental
Oh,
image
yeah.
popped into me
Strong
where
vibe.
I see Skig
Strong
coming
vibe.
down the steps instead of the Moon Knight. It's just
Seems appropriate.
All right. So you navigate. I'm actually gonna have you. You're gonna have advantage on it, so it's DN3. I'm actually gonna have you go ahead and roll a survival
Right?
or nature, your choice.
Is it?
Yeah, I do
fine,
indeed have advantage because tundra is my chosen hunter land type, I suppose, biome.
Yeah.
I'll go survival because that's what I put most of my points into.
Okay.
You said DN4?
It would have been a 4. It's a 3 for you.
Okay. 5 successes.
Beautiful. I mean, you can tell it was an Alfro stun, like, sort of forward party that just came in and just did the initial, like, all of the, it is, again, like, Beastclaw Raiders. Like, it is so, you could probably even tell, like, which Alfro stun it is. Like, you have it down, like, every detail perfected.
Yeah, so for the lore adjacent or the lore interested, the Yorlbad with a J is the forward party that first smashes, and then the Eurobad are the ones that come up from behind and finish off / take down big stuff that didn't die from the initial or whatever and collect. So this would be the Yorlbad's work.
Correct.
I don't say because we're trying to be quiet.
So like all the details are in place, and in fact, it probably occurred to you with your mind 3 that this doesn't seem so much illusory. Like Zinch just has planned gamuts and stuff like that. This doesn't seem illusory. Like perhaps Zinch is like plucking things from your memories with weird wiggly magics and stuff like that. But it's so well done that it's like it's details that it's not like it's recalled from a dream or recalled from your memories, because there's variance in it that's exactly how it would be. Like this isn't just something that's perfectly.
It's so well done that it's probably done by my brain in some way, like from what Zinch is extracting or whatever.
Possible. There's like variance on it though, like AI level, like where you're like, okay, this isn't just a memory clipped out. This is applied knowledge.
Mm.
Cool.
This is great. I'm just munching on a frozen corn, having a blast going through here.
Okay. You get about halfway through the village. Your same sort of survival check. The party hears sobbing.
I mean, we're following Bigwinter's lead, right?
Yep.
We investigating.
I look at him.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely hear it.
Gonna let you chat this out for a moment.
Yeah, a ton of nonverbal communications about to happen. I look.
So we got
I like
crying.
point to my ear. I point to the black orb that said no talking. And then I like look to the way we were going to go, look back. Vince, are you giving me one of these?
No, I'm saying like let's go. Like check it out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Alright.
going crying that away.
Yeah.
Because you kind of shrugged, and I thought you're like, "Whoop, sucks to be the crying person."
Yeah, it could have been either way, to be honest.
Hey, that's a tough one, kid.
Yeah, even with me doing the fake crying thing, I'm like, yeah, we could just be making fun of him. Ah,
All right, well, we know what we're gonna do. I'll be right back.
all right.
Sure.
Wonder if he's gonna go like a silent kill thing on Where is your mind, Mr. Mephisto? What horrors have you in store for us?
Yeah, the normal ones.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was thinking blue, pink, maybe a brim. I don't know. But Can we I forgot for a second what you do to people in dungeons and towns and battles and shit.
What's that?
No, because I've seen some of this stuff before.
Sure.
Like it was like after the Maw Crusher fight, off the top of my head, you were like the party was like interrogating some of the cultists. You just like, fuck it, I'm gonna raise my holy sigil of Sigmar,
Oh, sure. Yeah, yeah.
force myself on all these people to see the holy light.
You talking about that the first set of adventures?
Yep.
The 11th Dawn, spoilers, is coming back. They didn't go away.
I'm sure they did.
You dealt with them in Anvilgard, but they have had time to spread, and they had actually reached Anvilgard recently. They started elsewhere, but that's a mystery we'll have to get to. So, Bigwinter stepped away for a moment.
Yes.
I'm excited.
I think I'm gonna have to learn a little life lesson moment here, everybody. Off the gaming thing. I think I'm gonna have to learn a lesson from you, Vince, and I think I would need to start cutting caffeine out my diet. I consume far too much coffee, and in addition to other things. And I read a study that caffeine helps reduce your chances of Alzheimer's, which makes me want to drink it even more because that's terrifying to me. But
Sure.
but
It won't be if you. It won't be terrifying if you are unfortunate enough to
yeah,
come down with that sort of situation.
everyone else.
You won't know.
yeah. My grandma, it's I saw my one grandma had it, and it was like
Oh yeah, it's in my family like a motherfucker, man. It is.
my mind is my favorite part of me, and it's a terrible thing to waste, right? So
Yeah. So we're gonna go check out the.
way less caffeine in my life. I think I need to do that.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to go be like me and go cold.
No
You
way.
just but yes, there's nothing unhealthy about it in controlled amounts.
Just hey,
Yeah.
a cup. That's my max for a day. No more 3 cups or a pot.
Most importantly, don't drink it after 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Right.
You'll have much more regular sleep patterns if you don't drink any caffeine after 7 p.m.
There you go. Life lessons. Welcome back. So what did the party decide? You're going to pursue the sobs, or you going to...
Yeah,
Yeah.
we use
Yeah, oh, yeah.
nonverbal communication. We're gonna go investigate.
Okay.
Totally.
It's the origin seems to be one of these sort of like 1 quarter left structure type things, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the rear of it, there's a part where like the wall has collapsed over a sort of like what would be like a vegetable cellar where they would store like some root vegetables and stuff like that. Not like a structural or spatial thing, but a very utilitarian structure. You sort of Bigwinter has no problem kind of moving the segment of like wall and thatched roof to the side, and then you see like the little sort of door, which again in whatever assault happened from the Yorlbad, they hit this house pretty hard and just knocked over the thing, and this would be the thing that the sort of second wave would catch, right? But you're here. You're the second wave. You open the throw the shutter aside and peer into the darkness beneath the structure. You can hear the sobbing just go immediately quiet. This is a tight squeeze for you, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be. Can I see the person, or are they behind something?
Yeah, there's just like some sort of carved stone steps where they're like literally carved into the bedrock of the thing that go down into it, and then just darkness, and you don't have an angle on what it is. There's something down in there that was previously sobbing.
Wow.
All right, so I probably can't fit, or maybe can, but it's a tight squeeze.
I mean, you cannot fit. You could make yourself fit is really more the category we're in.
Oh yeah, I don't. I'll look at Squig. I mean Skig.
I go forward and check it out. I go, and then I move forward to check it out.
I got you.
Yeah,
back.
like she'll probably be afraid of an ogre, but a Skaven, I don't know, probably just as bad. But you know what? Skaven can fit at least.
Do we want?
We were dealing with what we've got here. Yeah,
Like the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
I'll
Alright.
be like 10 steps behind you.
Like I said, this is a root cellar. So there's you get on there. This is where your sacks of potatoes and your various veggies are kept cool and in the dark. It's very functional, but just sort of hiding behind a stack of burlap sacks. You see a small girl, probably around the age of 10, face completely dirty from hiding down here for who knows how long. She's shaking. She's from the cold. She's wrapped in a blanket, wearing some overalls, and she's just paralyzed upon seeing Skig come down the stairs.
sure. I hold up my holy symbol. Hold up the hammer with the thunderbolts, and I make it light up with like a nice warm soft light. Okay. I will revitalize her, which is so the condition remover prayer. But I'm using it in this case to remove her sort of fear, stuff like that, right? Let her be calm, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
If she actually has any maladies, I would remove those as well. But the point is, it's a very reassuring thing. I'm not actually looking to
Yeah.
have a tangible effect other than make her feel comforted.
Yeah. Go. I mean, you still go ahead and roll for the prayer.
Sure. This doesn't normally have a roll associated to it, but I'll give you a roll.
Isn't it theology or devotion?
This one doesn't actually have a roll to it. It just does it.
Oh, this one just does it. Well, then it just does it.
Yeah.
She kind of wipes her cheeks. You're a different Stormcast, she says. Like, she comes with you? Or comes to you?
I'll heal her as well when she comes close. I'll hold out my paw. Okay. I'll let her put her hand in my paw.
Hesitantly, but reassured by the light of Sigmar, she places her hand in your paw.
Mm-hmm. I set the holy symbol over the top, on the beads, wrap it around my hand, and put it between, and then I'll heal her. So if she's got any damage, then she's healed. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the actually removing fear / panic went a long way. And
I heal her for 8.
Yeah, the scrape, you see the scrape.
You heal her for 8 times her body mass worth of healing.
Yeah. She's swole now, just.
Yeah.
No. There's a scrape on her cheek and a scrape on her knee, and some that stuff all seems to kind of go away. Yeah, she seems.
Yeah, and then then I just kind of how big is she? Is she 10?
Yeah, 10 years old.
Okay, she's not that big, right? I could pick her up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick her up.
All right, pick her up. head up the stairs type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, she's going to see Bigwinter, and
Yep.
like immediately recoils in fear, tucking her, burying her face into like your breastplate.
Mm-hmm. I just pat her on her and like until she looks up at me, and I go,
Yeah, like okay, he's okay type thing.
that's what I do.
The fear of Bigwinter is there, but the trust in you seems greater.
Okay.
And
Congrats.
I give the thumbs up and keep going on.
okay.
And yeah, I mean, I will like I'll look at Big Winter and be like, and I'll carry her.
All right. I guess I'll also maybe she's getting in on this, but
Okay.
I'll give her a little piece of food so she's not incited to talk. I'll give her like a tough piece of jerky that she's got to work on.
Okay.
Like something that I would normally keep, because I keep like real tough jerky on me at all times to grind my fangs down.
Right.
Okay.
yeah.
So I'll give her a tough piece of jerky, which is like a step. It's a step right below shoe leather, effectively. Like she can suck nutrients out of it, but she's gonna have to really soften it up and work on it for a while.
Sounds great. All right, you make your way to the sort of edge of the village. Right, you get to this break point where you've been at the eye of the storm. That wall of Everwinter stands between you and the exit. Whatever must be on the other side, right? Again, single road through the town. And Bigwinter spies it first just because it's like he's attuned to it, but you can see the sort of shadows in the Everwinter, these looming, almost like hulking sort of forms with these, long, almost like too long for their torso sort of limbs. And, as you sort of like move your head to focus on a set of them, they just sort of, maybe they step back or they just fade, almost evaporate like smoke.
Yeti or Gorger.
All right, I know exactly what these are. I can't say so. I'm gonna point to those cloaks that Myriad has.
Yeah. Told you we should grab him.
And like start wrapping them around people because it's gonna be cold in here.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Myriad gives his extra cloak to, I'd assume the dirty elf because it doesn't have fur, and clearly
Right.
isn't from the Everwinter. And Myriad's undead, so he doesn't care.
Right. Yeah, I make sure the girl is wrapped up.
Okay.
All right, how many shapes did I see?
Couldn't count them. Like, simply could not count them.
Okay, lots.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
it wasn't like, like you caught a cluster of like two, and then like as you were looking over here, they vanished or whatever, and then you like kind of look to the side and there's like two or three more, and you can't get a number. It's not that there's too many, it's just you can't get a number.
I'll do one of these where I go like 2, 3, 4, 5, point over there, 2, 3, 4, 5, point over there, and then go in.
Okay.
Just so people are like kind of prepared. I will be attempting to cause the party to travel carefully.
Okay.
And as we go, I'll keep a bolster faith up. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, which has a couple different implications here. The important part for our purpose today is one, it gives us like a mobile zone every time we're moving around, right? That other things have to check against to enter into. So if they're going to try to like jump on us, they have to test against my devotion to actually get to us to enter the zone. Okay.
Right. And you can spend 1 metal to sustain this action every turn.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
And it also stops any frightened conditions. So like, like we can't become frightened when we're in here or gain the frightened condition.
Yeah, and I just looked it up just to make sure. It's only when we're resting though. Like in this terrain when I'm rangering people, we cannot be surprised, but it's only we can't be surprised while resting, not while traveling.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna pull a classic beast claw here, and then so like normally you would try to avoid these monsters' attention and stuff like that, but the Everwinter came as a curse, and we decided to turn it into a weapon. I will be hunting these Yetis.
Hell yeah.
All right. Amazing.
Like they'll probably find us if they want to find us, so we will find them first, and we will kill them, and we will eat them.
I'm down. Fuck it.
All right.
We being stealthy and sneaking up on some Yeti because I got 3 stealth training, bro.
Oh yeah, we're sneaking up on these Yetis within the Everwinter.
Let's do it.
Vince, could
Also,
you give
Yetis are 100% silent when they move and leap. So I mean, they were gonna find us one way or another.
What am I doing for you, sir?
You're giving me a soul devotion? I want to know my DN for my Yetis.
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because you have to test against my soul devotion to get in.
Yep.
Okay. So, to actually penetrate this area and get in, each creature would need 6. You would need 7 successes on your athletics check to get into this bubble.
Jesus.
Well.
And let me know when you want survival rolls to track these things.
Go ahead and give me the survivor roll now. Again, DN3. You're familiar with this situation.
And you just want Big
5
Winter
successes?
doing that, or
What was that?
so you just want Big Winter doing it?
All right. Just checking something. I'm sorry.
Did you take Hunter as well?
I did not take Hunter, but I do have 2 in survival for training and a focus in it. Because in my mind, I'm like, hunting all the undersea sea monsters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. No. That's awesome. You guys are both good hunters. I'm with a great group for this kind of a mission.
Yeah, we got
dude.
Blizzards. If we're ever underwater, he can help us hunt.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I came very prepared for this party. Let me tell you, I'm very excited about this.
Okay. You basically like get a bead on like a Yeti and like plunge into the storm toward it. It like sort of like is crouched type thing. It notices you notice it and just like stands to its full height, and it's the other 2 on the sides that you don't quite notice rolling for initiative. We got 3 Yeti, and you're kind of at the center of a triangle of them.
Sounds good.
And this could have my underdog trait come in too. For being outnumbered here. Surrounded.
Okay. Glorf.
16.
Look at you. Big.
9.
Period.
10.
He's consistent today.
Yeah.
And bad guys.
They are a 3. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. No. 6.
Okay. Cool. All right. do we see that? Like, since we're, by the way, obviously, if I bring the zone onto them, it doesn't affect them. It just prevents anybody else from jumping into the fight. Which I know you know that. Just stating it for the record.
I did not know
So
that, please, thank you for that.
They
Yeah,
have
no problem.
they have body. They have a very good body, and they have an athletics skill. They could actually tie or beat your. They actually have enough dice to possibly tie or beat it. Yetis do anyway. These ones you've kind of moved into their turf.
yeah, sure.
But for all intents and purposes, I'm not going to be adding more combatants to this conflict right now because
Yeah, sure.
you're holding. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Yeah. So my point is, the three of these are basically in. Like, we've moved into a zone that they're in. Was the clarification there?
Mhm.
And we are aware of them at the moment, right?
Right, and it's pretty much you have like one zone right now. You have this immediate zone. You do have a second zone where you could retreat to. That's sort of back into the town, and then just sort of like sprawling infinite Everwinter. Once you move out of this immediate zone, it's like any sort of whiteout conditions. Like, it's just impossible to know what's beyond.
Yep. Glorf.
well, I go to the two nearest Yeti and look at Bigwinter and say, "Are you ready to eat, lad?" And go for the nearest Yeti. And I'm still superb with me sword. Time for the butcher's work. What am I looking for?
They have great defense.
Great.
So you need threes.
I'm 3. All right. Well, I only rolled 2 2s. Everything else was a pass, and I have focus to make that to be 8 successes and 10 damage.
When he looks back at us, by the way, and says that, I go,
Yeah, I give the Picard face palm.
Yep. No. I know what I did. I got excited. I'm staying in character, damn it.
Great. How many successes did you get?
8, so I did 10 damage. And I had 3 6s for the bleed.
Okay.
And I have a feeling I'm gonna need to metal again onto this guy, aren't I?
It seems all right when you hit it. Like,
Well,
you cut a gash like across its chest and onto its shoulder, but it's I mean, this wasn't, you didn't hit the meaty bits or anything.
okay, well, we're meddling again. This will be 7 successes and another 6 with rolled a 6, but 7 total successes, so 9 more damage.
Okay. Still standing.
okay. Myself, I fall behind Bigwinter and take the dodge action. Done. Myriad.
Myriad's gonna continue working on the railroad here, and rush forward. Go to attack this one. That Glorf's attacked twice. He's going to put 9 damage into it. He manages to arch his blow into the other one, but it just sort of like kind of glances off of its like sort of shoulder and some like matted frost in its fur. So his splash damage didn't get through its armor. He's going to go ahead and metal to try to bring this thing down.
Oh no, these Yetis have discovered the secret of armor. That's the problem. Normal Yetis have a 6-up save in the game. We chop right through them.
Seriously.
Yeah, they have a high toughness.
May or may not be their -1 to hit, or maybe that's just their like defense.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yep.
It would
What
make
the
Yetis
hell
truly
no.
scary if they had a save.
Yeah. This zone is nice. They can't 6-inch pile in through the zone,
Yeah.
Good
or at
point.
least they have to try.
Yeah. They have a leap attack. So the ones he actually manages to like bury his he slashes into it kind of his blade gets deflected off the other one. He wraps it around his back, brings it up overhead, and just chops down and drops this one.
All right.
Nice. Well
Down.
done, Myriad.
Go.
Well done.
Who's up next?
That would be Bigwinter.
All right, I'm gonna go after the uninjured.
Yeah, we have 2 uninjured now, right?
Should be 2 left, yes.
Yeah, the uninjured that nobody is near, like that nobody cleaved onto or anything like that.
Yep. So just kind of the isolated one off to the.
What's the defense? I didn't hear.
Great.
Great. All right, so we're looking for 4s. 5 4s and 1 6, so I ignore 1 armor.
Okay. 5 4s and a 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess it's 2 plus S. So 7 damage, ignoring 1 armor.
So, okay. All right.
Cool. That brings us. Oh, did you want to metal some? Yeah, as you're saying.
Quick question.
Yeah, we're going again.
Is this thing is the size of the Yetis large?
They are
Already?
large. Yeah, they're big.
Oh, I could have been hitting on 2s because I was outnumbered and I get the bigger they are. Okay.
Yeah, they big.
Ooh. I'm digging it.
6 with 3 6s, so that's 8, ignoring 3 armor.
Okay. Still standing.
And finally, uh, 5 with 1 6, so 7, ignoring 1 armor.
Okay. Still standing.
That would be them.
Okay. One Yeti is directly locked in combat with you, so Bigwinter, it's gonna just grab its mitts together, bring them up, and go to axe handle you.
All right, my defense has become great.
It has superb attack. So it's
Superb.
It's also hitting on 3s.
okay.
Ooh, the suspense, chat. Oh, the suspense.
10 damage with this club. You are not medium or small, so you're fine.
Oh, nice. I'll take 8.
Okay. The question right now is Glorf or Myriad. So we're gonna go with odd Glorf.
Oh shit.
Even is Myriad.
Okay. Gonna say I have superb defense thanks to me being a slaying guard. And the stats I took to show that for the record.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Myriad's gonna take 10 damage.
You're like Volturnus' nephew over here.
Kinda, yeah. And the other thing I did, we house ruled that I even got like a mini Volturno shield to dispel spells and shit that went at me.
Yeah, I didn't like the how that was.
Oh, that's fine. Again, it was a house rule thing.
I gave you like I gave you like a bonus armor against spells or something. Like you ignore some damage.
Oh. Okay.
I thought that's what I did. Like, if it's a spell effect, then your armor's counted as like 1 higher, so you're like
Yeah,
ignoring 1 extra damage from a spell.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's a good piece of design space.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's nice.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. It's a good call, Meth. Since armor works on spells here, for the most part, like that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. No, and I dig it, and Eddie anything I go forward with this, whether it's here or
I-
another group, definitely bringing that up.
I know I play the most dangerous man in Age of Sigmar, but I've GM'd a long time. I know a lot of rules and
Sure.
You always use protection.
failed to design a game, even once upon a time. So, let's see. That's both my
Yeah,
Yetis.
Miri got hit, right? Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, Myriad got
that's both my Yetis. I think we're back to top.
That is initiative.
Myriad bringing out the 11 this time.
Go.
Yetis
Glorf
bringing
got
bringing out a 7.
a 13 for the elf. I rolled low.
Big.
8.
What's Myriad on?
11.
Okay. And the bad guy. So.
7.
Okay. Glorf starting us off.
All right. Well, I'm gonna think to myself this time instead of saying it out in the accent to all the group. I'm gonna get this motherfucker that hit Myriad.
Okay.
So I'll swing, looking for, because now I'm not outnumbered, but I still get I don't get underdog, but I still get the bigger they are.
Mhm.
So it's back to 3s, like with the first one.
Okay.
I get 1, 6, and with my focus, 7 successes, so 9 damage and a bleed. If it comes to that.
All right. This one's the fresher one.
Yeah, the fresher one.
How much damage
Not
you
the
said?
one
You said 9 damage.
9 damage, and I inflicted bleed.
Okay. Okay.
And we do get a medal each, like, player.
Yeah, you get a medal each time you're having it.
All right. And you know what? We're going to medal again. Slice and dice.
There you go.
And that was everything and another bleed. I don't know if bleed stacks off the top of my head.
It's a condition you have for the most part.
Gotcha. Well, he doubly has it. I slice the other tendon on his other leg.
Yep.
And I do 10 damage.
Okay. Still standing.
Period.
Don't feel bad. That's a good chunk of damage. These things just are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm feeling. Dude, in my head, I'm like sliding.
He's just giving Yetis the respect they deserve that they haven't they haven't gotten.
Everything in Soulbound feels like it should.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
does.
Feels like they were on a design quest to just make everything as cool as it should be in
Yeah.
whatever
Yep.
fan of that thing's mind. Like,
Oh, dude. Just how Stormcast are in this game. I'm just like, this is why I collected a Stormcast army to start my Age of Sigmar journey in.
Well, I also love how many little Pudwhackers only have like 1 life, like, you know, Blood Reavers and stuff like that, because that
Yeah.
also feels appropriate, right? It's
Yeah.
like that's how they should feel. Like you're just knocking them down by the dozens.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna go ahead and medal and swing again,
Get him, Myriad.
and he's able to
say
finish
in
it.
my mind.
He's able to finish it off. So.
Got the Bash Brothers acting here, the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, well, he did 6 and 7 damage respectively, but you'd already been working on that railroad a little bit, so he was able to bring it down. He doesn't kill this one off as stylishly as the other one. It's really more of a barely pulls it down type thing with the scythe. But man, scythes are such sweet weapons. I'm so happy Ruby exists to show us how sweet scythe choreography should be.
That's myself.
Nope.
I will heal everyone. Oh boy.
Big heala. Myriad's taken 8.
You the real MVP.
I heal everybody for 12.
Oh, yep. Doubled my life expectancy. I could live for another 100 years, bro. This is great.
And I take the dodge action.
Okay.
I burn some metal in there to do that.
Okay.
one left.
Nice.
That is big. Yep.
This is the one that you've been working on, Bigwinter.
All right, let's keep work. You know what? This time I'm gonna send the vulture after him for the first action.
Sweet.
Let's get that melee up to superb, shall we?
Do it.
And then go after. And you said his defense is what?
Great.
Great. All right. Now we're looking for 3s. Uh, 7. So 9 with 4 6s. So I'm ignoring 4 armor.
That does it. You basically like just pungy like straight through its heart, and just. Wait, no, you're at eye level with this. You just you run it through.
Let's go.
With great effort, I resist the urge for a one-liner, and
And Glorf shuts up. He bites his own tongue.
put some. I don't know how big my barrel is. I feel like the barrel is kind of like a hand-waving bag of holding, but it has to have some basis in reality, and a Yeti is real big.
No,
Well,
it really doesn't. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's Oregon Trail rules, but not dumb.
Oregon Trail, right?
You shoot a buffalo, you get the buffalo, my friend.
All right, fair enough. There's like this like white, hairy arm like hanging out of the barrel now. All right, we continue on.
All right.
You know,
I
Yeti
resume
flank,
the bolster
Yeti
faith.
back straps are just great.
Or I continue the bolster faith, I should say.
Okay, cool. So you're burning your metal, essentially, the one that you would be recharging.
Yep.
You only recharge the metal if you're depleted, however. So you'd be technically burning yourself down to, your 1 eventually, and then it goes.
Is that true?
I believe so. You can't
I don't think that's true.
You can double check for me, but I don't think you recharge 1 every turn. It's if you're out, you recharge at least 1. I think that's how it's worded, but you can double check for me while I flavor text it up. You continue to wind through. I finally started my holistic read of the tome, or of the book now that I've got it, so re-internalizing. You continue through. The storm, as you'd imagine, is worse. You still see the shadows kind of flitting in and out of your peripheral, of more Yetis kind of keeping on your trail. I need you to roll a new survival.
Yeah, you recover 1 metal at the start of your turn, up to your maximum.
Up to your maximum. Okay, so you're just burning the 1 every turn. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, I have 5 metal, so it's like a pretty deep pool.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So you I need you to roll another survival for me. As you're now like, it's that classic thing where you can go totally in circles because it's just your equilibrium is shot, your sense of direction is being just buried in the swirling wind.
All right, that's a 5.
All right, you're in the hurricane, but you're practiced at navigating the Everwinter, and so you know its tricks better than anyone. You're certain you're on the right path, and you're continuing on the trajectory the road had you on effectively. The little girl begins coughing as you see another set of 3 of these shadows begin to kind of close in around you. Your bolster faith is keeping them at bay in this situation because you can go and hunt them, but they're right at the peripherals of that. Like, you can see them, like, just like a tiger at the zoo stalking the tiny child who's way too close to the cage and just a little too tasty looking. They're just hanging right around.
I will entertain her without speaking to I'll jingle some keys or something to keep her entertained and her mind focused off of this situation. Assuming I'm making a 4-1 entertain check, successes to entertain her with funny faces.
Yeah,
and such.
yeah. Yeah, do a little like hand puppetry or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
What'd you get?
4 successes.
Oh, right on. Okay. She, like, you know, kind of stifles the next sort of flurry of coughs, and just like gives a smile.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Does she actually seem sick or injured in some way? Or just like cold?
probably breathing in the cold air. If you do
Yeah, sure.
a deep breath of cold air, you'll cough like every
Yep.
time.
I'll make sure she's wrapped up in the cloak real tight multiple times. I'll
So you
put
said it was
my
like-
extra cloak around her.
You said it was like at the zoo, right? So like the Yetis are like looking in, they just can't quite move forward yet.
Right.
And so if we keep going, they're probably gonna
At some
keep trying until they finally like roll the dice and get in there.
pretty much. You're
Um,
also going to run into a situation where they can set a line, and then you walk into their space, and now they're inside.
Right. And so I'm going to try something that probably won't work, but it'll look cool.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna
Keep handling. I got your back.
of the Yetis. I'm gonna kind of step like directly into its line of view and like stand up to my full height and reach into my pot and just throw the corpse of that other Yeti that we killed right at my feet and not break eye contact with it. And this will be an intimidation.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like this a lot.
Hell
Roll.
yeah.
Roll it.
And it might be familiar with creatures that look exactly like me.
Yeah, no, it tracks. It tracks.
If we're going for 4-ups, I got 4 of them.
Yeah, it's opposed, so. You tie. We're gonna. I usually go tie goes to the players, but in this case, you sort of like lock eyes in an intimidate off, where it's just like,
Oh, okay.
like it's like when the hugest meet in Full Metal Alchemist, so just like locks eyes with you, and kind of leans back a little bit and menaces you in turn, and so it's going to like menace you in turn.
All right.
I'm just doing straight intimidation back and forth now, so you can go ahead and roll your intimidation soul.
4 again.
Fucking tie again. All right. It's the ball's in your court for the intimidation off. Like it just like, and it like growls and its eyes widen and it sneers and you just
Only 3 this time.
okay. You actually beat it this time, and it like breaks eyes and looks to the side.
I like point away, and pick up the body of the one in my pot and like take a bite out of its head or something, put it back in.
Mm-hmm. It sort of like does one of those like sort of crouch run things where it like drops its hands and like sort of hop crouch runs off to the side. The others hold form, but like they don't seem to be pacing and looming as much. Now they seem curious and just observant, if that makes sense. You don't see the anxiety or the impatience of trying to get through the cage. They're holding form, and every now and then the sort of wind blows and like they kind of fade, but then they're just these stationary sort of moving objects as like we get those little like cuts between scenes.
Oh, so they're not all right. So they're sticking around. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you've chosen violence.
You're gonna go ahead and roll another survival, the third one, to kind of you feel like you've made sort of like the halfway point. You've lost of time in this sort of like a whiteout blizzard condition, right? Like this is This is the mythic, the storm of the century blizzard. This is the, I mean, we don't have a condition like this on real Earth, so this is the extreme, you know. So you got one more here.
4.
Okay. You get to the point where, like, you were at the most intense of the wind. It's loud. You can't hear anything. I mean, you can see the little girl cough again, but you don't hear it. Like, the sound has been sucked away by the wind, just blowing past before it even has time to resonate in your ears. And then you finally sort of, like, break sort of that most intense part of it, and now you kind of feel like you're in that sort of, like, outer ring, where it's windy, but the storm itself is breaking up a little bit. It's not just like permanent snow. You can see terrain again. You can see the sort of like other side, and you're making out like little chunks of building, just silhouettes, minor details. And you hit that sort of dreaded wall of Yetis between you and this sort of, like, you can make out these bits of building.
Mm-hmm.
And they're holding form. You're going to have to walk past them now, meaning you're going to move your sort of zone.
All right.
I mean, you'd end up with about 6 Yetis in just if you walk forward, just naturally, let alone the collapsing herd.
All right. Well,
Is there any chance we could trick him into thinking that he's their Icebrow hunter and point him off in the other direction to some happy hunting ground?
I have like 2 plans in my head. Hold on.
Okay.
We're all following Bigwinter's lead.
Yeah. I just don't actually know what our options are, so I'm just curious.
I'll let you guys discuss in character while I can't hear none. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, what's your plan? What's your thoughts? Oh, in character? Excuse me. Mr. Bigwinter! What are you doing? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, he left. He said he can't hear us. No one needs to know.
Sure.
He did say he can't hear none. Yeah, which was funny.
Yeah. Call it Zine's trickery.
So I can't remember how many Yetis he said. There were 6 or something like that.
6.
We could also back up, and I could try to actually like sneak us around, you know, like without the aura and stuff, and trying to do it that way to go around.
I'm down for whatever you want to do, buddy.
I mean, if we're skinning Yetis to get this damn Master Disguise thing going, bro, I'm in for that too.
Okay.
I mean, they do hit pretty hard.
They do what, like 10 damage apparently on average.
Yeah. The issue is even it's going to be hard to too many of them
take 6
first.
Yeah. I mean, I can take 2 hits from them without dying, but that's not a lot when there's 6 of them.
Right.
I mean, if he rolls hot on the force to hit me, I could be splattered pretty quick. Doesn't matter how buff I am with a 5 body if it's all in pieces around me in 5 body parts.
So unfortunately, we're like trying to get to the top of this tower because if this were the actual Everwinter and I was in here, I would just become the predator.
Yeah.
Like, see all 6 of them, okay, and then just back up into the snow and be like, all right, I'm picking you off.
Yeah.
One at a time, and it doesn't matter how long it takes. I'll get you.
Sure. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm just grabbing a drink. You do. I'm down with your plan. Whatever you want, Joe.
Working on a plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be back in a second.
Right on. Yeah. Usually I work in 2 intermissions for the for the game. I didn't do that this time. It's been a day. I'm sorry, everybody. I had a really great adventure planned, and I feel like I'm not like maximum entertainer, you know?
Oh, we're having fun here, aren't
Yeah,
you
good.
guys? How's check-in doing? Having a good time?
Bunny faces. Come on, Bugs. How's it going, Be Good? Been a little bit. Welcome back. Where is Winter Warlock when you need him? Where indeed. All right. What's the plan?
And we back up into the Everwinter
Mm-hmm.
and disappear from their sight.
Okay. So you're trying to help the whole party stealth using the Everwinter.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't know if this can help or hurt or whatever. I do have the Vanish trait, and I do have some good reflexes and stealth too.
All right. So I mean, you three are just rolling essentially stealth. What makes this difficult is that you need to stealth collectively, where you don't get lost in the storm. And so you're all rolling your individual stealths. Okay. Bigwinter, you're going to have to roll a stealth as well. Your stealth is going to be more DN 5 instead of DN 4, and your survival would go up to a DN 5, but is a 4 because of your favored terrain. Because you're literally like SEAL Team 6 coordinating in these averse conditions.
So what is the target the rest of us are looking for?
You're looking at 5s.
Okay.
I didn't give you a success number on the other. It's a DN5 : and you don't know the other side because suspense.
Sure.
So here's what I was thinking about that. I could take the Yeti out and put, because a lot of the party members are small.
Mm-hmm.
I could put them in the barrel and, cover it with stuff, and then it's just like me and the stealthy elf moving around.
So basically, I jump up on your back, and then you go to town.
And the little girl, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm not even like carrying you; you're like in the barrel.
Sure.
What do we do about Myriad though? Is Myriad stealthy?
Oh, Myriad's big. I forgot about Myriad.
Yeah, Myriad's like weirdly tall, like in lanky.
Yeah, he is kind of big.
Yeah, he's like 7 foot, 7'2", like and then like kind of lithe.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I was thinking, oh, we have a rat, we have a tiny girl. This will be easy.
Oh, there's
yeah.
technically a dwarf with you too. We just do we do a gray blob rule, right? Like
He's dense, but he's not big.
When you reflect upon the scene in the future, like Frodo in the Shire at the end, you remember all the stuff he did during these scenes. It's just right now, it's a gray blob.
Yeah.
It's easier than making up an excuse for people to just disappear when they have
Sure,
important real life things going on.
Yeah, easy. Yeah, so I think we're all just rolling the stealth there, my dude.
Yeah. I mean, little girl should probably just be in the barrel, honestly.
I'm not putting her in the barrel of Viscera.
You're not? I mean, it'd be fine.
If our characters could talk, I would be like, oh yeah, that's right. She might die.
Myriad gets 4 5s. I'm telling you, man, these Slanesh dice.
He is the knight.
We were worried about him. Shit.
Good lord. Fucking Batman over here.
I got 4 as well. I don't know if I'm...
Woo!
I'm back down to 4s, right?
For your stealth?
Like from 3 to 5 and then back to 4.
Yes.
I got 1, by the way.
I got 3.
Okay. That fits, Vince, because you're already screaming, "Fight me, motherfuckers!" half the time. Oh.
All right. The party's creeping about. You've got like essentially eyes on Bigwinter as sort of like the lead scout, and he's doing a really great job of sort of circumventing and navigating around, like spotting out, like the sort of the trodden paths and.
Oh yeah, I should say my intentions are like, I am sort of trying to move around them a little bit, but with the understanding that they're gonna look for us and possibly split up in doing so. And so I've become the predator, and we're going to take them out one at a time.
Yeah.
Instead of attack all 6 of them.
Like an Alapex into a fresh kill, bro.
Yeah, well,
and you said there were 6 of them, right? So
there's more than 6. You saw a wall of 6.
Oh, okay.
Like,
all right, I was about to
yeah.
Everyone we kill is another notch on the spear, and when it hits 6, we're ready to go.
No, if this is a video game RPG, this is where you farm right now. Like you just have you just run in a circle and you're just constantly fighting yetis. That's what would be going on right now.
And it's a long-term plan too, because we can rest in here and we can't be surprised.
Right. Yeah. This is the perfect farming ground to like max out all your skills and stuff. And
we'll make a video game of this campaign. This is the grindo spot.
Right. But this is a task RPG where you're trying to progress the story. So what ends up happening is you actually do full on go up behind one in the Predator and classic pinch the nose, hand over the mouth, and pull it into the snow and drown it in the snow. Gradually over 3 turns of just your crushing body and you throw that one in the pot too, or sorry, the barrel too.
I mean, actually no.
Okay.
I'm going to fairly rip it up and take out its heart and eat it, and then just put the body in some area that we didn't necessarily come from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm covering my tracks and stuff. And I want them to know that this is happening.
I want him to know that I want him to know.
I'm gonna have you roll one more survival check. This is the style amount. This is your DN 4, not the 3.
Style on him.
4.
You kill another 4 yetis this way, and you leave their bodies strewn about, taking this winding path. You get to where you're at the sort of break point of the storm. You see the village, you're a step and you're clear. Okay? It's a step roll to cover type situation where there's a building there, and you step out, quick roll, and you're covered. Both Myriad and Glorf have been keeping pace pretty decently. And they're right there. They're ready to tuck and roll. Just be clear of this too.
I was almost going to double back the first 2 times we got to the edge, go insane with it. But we do have to kind of move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'll just double back once when we're almost there, because they did that clever trick that first time. They did the clever girl from Jurassic Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yetis are good hunters too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not walking into an ambush. Not in the Everwinter. Not in my Everwinter.
Right.
This is my house.
Here with you.
No, you've covered your tracks well. You've let them know that you know where they are, type thing, right? You've done this. But you're at that point where it's sort of the trigger moment where you got to get out of the storm.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You've covered all the tracks that you can. You've done it all right, and you've led the party to this point. You've got Glorf and Myriad with you, and you know that you can take all 3 of you to safety right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The path is clear, easy. Take a step, you're done.
Too easy?
But you notice that Skig is lagging behind, and you see a couple shadows closing on him.
All right, then I absolutely wait and double back.
Okay, roll for initiative.
Hell yeah. Oh, let's go. I got a 7. I rolled a 6, baby. I got a 17. We gotten some Yeti today. I
Big
don't want
winner.
Satan character to give us out either. I'll shut up for real in the game.
Big.
9.
Myriad.
Myriad gets a 12.
Nice.
Let's go.
Bad guys.
9. And tie goes to players in my games, so.
Cool. Well, guess what? Glorf.
Hey, how you doing?
Speed demon over here. He's first.
You're damn right. I'm gonna be on him like white on snow here. We swinging. There's 2 of them, 1 of me. I get the bigger they are, and I get underdog. Your boy's extraordinary in combat right now.
Yeah, so you rush at them, basically. You
Oh yeah, I do.
through the snow. And just for people tracking at home, the Doom is at 4 in this tower right now.
Are we gonna lower some Doom with these kills? 'Cause
No. No, I'm just
No.
It actually went up to 5 because you failed the ritual puzzle.
Did we though? Disagree.
I'll leave that words.
We successfully failed the ritual puzzle.
Yeah, I mean,
You had to get
I feel like destroying cultists have
I-
been like, oh, we
We
triggered
already
a
got
thing.
attacked, too.
I
What?
had a feeling doing this adventure that like the best way to make a dungeon crawl with Venturella and Heywoah in it and Tom was to have like a couple like token riddles or whatever, but then be really tongue in cheek with it for the most part. You know?
Sure.
So go on. Sorry, Glorf man, I cut you off.
Oh,
What'd
no,
you-
dude, you're fine. And that is he's bleeding, and that is another 10 damage.
Yep.
And I will metal again onto that goddamn Yeti. And that will be another 10 damage. And if I could stack bleed, I would.
By the way, you're making my math real easy. And I also know why you have
Here for you.
some stacked other stats because you didn't stack your soul and your ability to burn through a bunch of it like everybody else in the party did.
Yeah.
stack my. It's just
Did
a
I do
4.
a good thing?
I don't know.
Is this? Are we okay?
No, you're fine,
It's-
man.
Second
Yeah,
time
you're good.
adventurer here.
No, you're fine,
Uh,
man. No, you're great.
either
It's
way-
great.
20 damage to a Yeti.
Yep. Yeah.
And he's
Boom.
bleeding. He's limping a little bit. Like an old school pitch.
Yeah, he's over half, which is where this is just one of the rules I use. Is that he's bleeding? Like you get the superior game Rifts has SDC, so you know they have an inboard. No, okay.
Oh yeah, the patrician rule system. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, I love Soulbound. All right, yeah, you rush up. Who's up next?
Myriad.
Myriad. It's been working
Blue
so
bar,
far.
one, two.
It's been working so far. Myriad's gonna go ahead and join you in working on the railroad.
Damn right. Fuck him up, bone bro.
He does that thing where he sort of darts, and the snow parts like a freaking like he's a wave jumper, you know, like just as he gets weird fast, like the Fitty Kitty robot, because that's his main inspiration.
I jumped out of the snowbank. He'll jump through the frost. Sight.
He doesn't do as much damage as you.
You just gotta finish it off. That's all.
He's going to have to metal to do that. But he does successfully this time splash damage onto the other one and get through its armor.
Let's go.
So he's going to metal. He's going to go ahead and metal and try to finish it off. I just tried to grab my fake pen for my tablet. That'll do. He manages to, with the metal, bring it down. Not as stylishly as that very, very first one. It's just like barely pulling it down into the snowbank. And he doesn't put any splash damage on the other one.
Very nice. Myself, I step behind Bigwinter and take the dodge action. Bigwinter.
So there's 2 that those guys are cleaving off of, and there's kind of one elsewise.
Well,
right? How many are there?
there were 2. There's 1 now. Do you want to roll an awareness?
Yeah.
When you say it like that.
I mean, in our zone, I suppose, is the best way to put that.
Immediately apparent there's 1.
All right. I still will awareness. Is this an action?
I'm giving you this reflexively as part of your like tracking and survival to roll the
Sure.
awareness. Because
Uh,
combat's
so-
happening, real snappy like. You were still observing and going through the stuff as combat happens, so I'm giving you a free awareness here.
3.
You notice one other Yeti stealthing up toward. Skig has kept the field up. You
Yeah,
notice.
still up.
You notice one of these like at that like edge.
It's gonna reach the edge this turn or no?
It's at the edge. You can see it already in like this leaping posture, like it's going to try to break through when they go.
Okay. Can I do a when it leaps through? I do the old spear on the bear trick.
I'd say you could go up like next because they're all like teed off on Skig. He's the only one they saw. They just thought he was the isolated gazelle, right? And just they
Yeah.
all.
And so when this one goes to leap in, I'm gonna like burst up from the snow like with a fucking spear. Yeah, and we're gonna.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. You can hold until what's your constraint? Like I'm gonna go do the D&D hold.
Enters the zone.
When it leaps at Skig.
Mechanically, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it. Who's next?
That would be them.
Them. All right. So you got 1 in base to base. Same thing. Odd. You, Glorf, even
Sure.
Myriad. Odd this time.
All right. My defense is superb right now, so bring it, motherfucker.
So I'm looking at 4s. I'm superb.
Yeah, you are.
You're small though, aren't you?
I am 6 feet tall and 180 pounds for an elf, so I look very frail for being how tall I am.
No, I'm just pointing out that you're not large size category.
Yes, I know. I'm role playing. It's
All right.
Really me.
So rather than the usual like the double axe handle type thing it did at the others, or it's coming for like the claw and grab because you are small.
All right.
Well, at least it's not an iron jaw and gives him the old grab and bash.
Seriously. Or they pick me up and Hulk smash me back and forth.
You're gonna take 8 damage.
All right. Thank you.
You are a medium or smaller creature. You are now restrained from this attack.
Okay.
As it like essentially like claws and pins you in this like sort of like yeti sort of like lunge sort of short range pounce type thing.
Okay. I have 6 toughness left.
Remember, you do get your armor against that.
Yep. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, because I subtracted 2 from my armor. I have medium.
This gets really bad when it gets to go again. I just want you to know that. Okay, so that happens.
If it gets to go again.
I need to beat an 8 for your force field, yeah?
We'd roll off again. Yes. Now.
Okay, so you want to roll off for me real quick. Your
Sure.
set my DN, please.
Absolutely.
In any case, you notice 3 Yetis taking an aggressive action now, so they break their stealth as they try to like pounce through this field.
Okay, gotcha. They will need 6 successes to break in.
Okay, first one. No. So the obvious one just like it bounces off of this like essentially like tailwind and just like gets swept and rushed back.
All right.
That's a cocked die.
Quick question: does Big Winter's trap still work if a Yeti if any other of the Yetis
Yes.
come
Yeah. No. Okay. So one busts through. Bigwinter gets to go. So one that like
Sweet.
he hadn't
Yeah.
seen comes through, but he was still like ready for it. Like
Yeah.
he catches it come through, and you may strike one that does sort of get through, and we'll go for the third and last one. It doesn't.
All right, we're gonna hit him with the vulture to get that superb, and then attack, metal attack.
Like it's mid-air, and just the vulture like caw, like comes in and just like pop, and you just double
Get 'em,
stab.
baby.
Yeah.
The bird is the word.
So I'm looking for 3s, in which case I got 7. So 9 damage, ignoring 1 armor.
Okay. All right.
And then 6 with 3 6s. So
Ooh.
that's 8, ignoring 3 armor.
All right. Like this almost looks like one thrust because you just kind of catch it in the air and you pierce all the way through its back, and it like lands slouched in front of you. It's going to redirect its attack from going at Skig and at you, unless you have another metal you're burning here.
No, I only have 2 metal.
Okay. So it's just kind of like rather than going after Skig, so mission accomplished. You have cast Tank Intercept.
Yeah, we got intervene. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Heroic intervention.
And
Great on
it's going to drop 10 superb dice on you. What's your armor?
My armor is great. Or my defense is great.
3s.
What is your armor actually, Heywoah?
Armor's 2.
Dude, I hope that things in my Slanesh army are on 3-ups, because I have been crushing it with these Slanesh dice all night. I hope everything's 3-up across the whole army. Don't
Well, don't
lie
play
to me.
Davinets.
Don't lie to me. No.
Painbringers, bro. No
Just
more
don't play Twin Souls or Davinets.
Yeah.
11 damage.
Oh.
I'll take 9.
No armor, ignore, no nothing. So just 11 damage as it just rakes its claws across your chest. No metal. And yeah, the other 2 failed, so I think we're in new initiative.
Yeah, you are correct. That is new initiative.
9 for Myriad, 10 for the Yetis.
Okay. So, I have
Glorf.
11 base. So, all right. That is another 17 because I am pissed that I
Very
was
nice.
grabbed.
Big winner.
9.
Okay. And Myriad. You said I'm sorry. I just didn't catch him. I have to do them in order.
I think he was 10.
10 or 11.
Yeah, that's right. 10, and then they were 11, right? I think that's what you said.
I think it was maybe 9 and 10. I don't remember now. I'm sorry. I have the dice both sitting next to each other, and they have different
That's fine.
bonuses.
He was one below them, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. It's not going to change any order of anything, so.
Yeah, I had a 3 and a 4 sitting here, and I'm like,
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
who rolled which one, and they have different
Quick
bonuses.
question. So can Skig get his heal off on me before I get thrashed by the by said Yeti that I won't kill off, but I'll.
You'll have to find out.
That's why we roll, baby.
Paid more attention. No. I was so happy at my 17.
You can retreat like a coward.
Well, when you put it that way.
Just trust that I got you covered, homie.
Oh, there you go. What can I say?
Also, wounds are meatier than you realize.
Fair enough. We're going, boys. We're going in. And now that there's another Yeti in the zone, I'm back to being an underdog. 10 damage and a bleed.
Are you-
Meddling.
Nothing, go on.
Okay, even if the underdog thing didn't work, I still would have gotten the 10 damage. So, please, if there's rules of interaction I don't get, tell me now.
No. I'm going until, usually for expediency of gaming, I play it that way and I look it up afterwards.
Oh, sure.
So just go. I take my players at their face
Sure.
often.
Okay. And even honestly, if I was looking for threes, it's another 10 damage and 3 sixes for more bleed.
So this is the one that got 1 overspill. All right.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. And it's if 2 or more enemies are within close range of me.
Yeah,
So I
it's
guess really I should have asked where did the other Yeti? How close is the other Yeti?
they're not technically melee or close.
Okay.
They're in the zone, but not the same as close.
Okay.
The zone is it's
Got it.
kind of big. You know, the zone's
Alright.
about like 30 feet.
On the plus side, I definitely did jump the other Yetis while they were next to each other with Myriad.
But-
so I did do that part.
But again, I'm not concerned with the granularity of it. So just keep rolling, brother.
So I threw both medals, looking for threes, still 20 damage.
Consistent.
I try.
It's hanging on. Who
It's
next?
when I rolled a wound that I fuck up. Thankfully here it's just hits.
I like the cleanliness of the system.
Indeed. That's myself. I will heal everyone.
Thank you
A
kindly.
really terrible roll. I'll heal everyone for 9.
A terrible roll. 9.
Yep, I'm back to full. All right.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
I know.
Only exactly getting me to full. Okay.
Do you even Priest of Sigmar, bro?
It's pretty awful.
You just realigned
And
my
I also
spine.
meddle to take the dodge action.
Okay.
And I step away from the Yeti, and like behind Bigwinter again, and maintain the barrier.
And you're still holding the child here.
Yes.
All right. Myriad's up next.
No, that would be the bad guys next.
Bad guys next. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do with the cool thing first. I've got 2 on the other side of the barrier.
Yeah, I'll give you a number of what you got to beat here. 2, 3.
You're allowed to roll lower.
It's 6 successes again. It's the
Okay.
exact same.
All right. Let's see.
Nope. Hold on. I'm lying. 7 successes. It was better.
Hey.
So what you need to do is you need to be rolling these sweet dice because they've really been.
Is that why they sold out?
Yeah. The first one doesn't get through. Second one doing its pounce attack towards Skig. Woo! Too bad 6s don't count as extra successes, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tie goes to player.
Right.
So, I did get 7. If it was 6, we'd have been good. So the 2 are on the outside. We got 2 on the inside yet. So 1, it's gonna keep pounding on Glorf.
Come at me with my superb, bro.
Okay, I'll roll 4s. Whatever. Oh wait, no, you're pinned. This is the pinned one. You're pinned.
Yes, I am.
Sorry, something different happens now.
Oh, please. Okay, what happened?
You're just dead. It says it right here. You're just dead.
You are slain.
That's how we were getting
LOL,
checked back
bro.
into the campaign?
Yeah.
Wow.
Soulbound base book, page 119. You are dead.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
All right. So you actually you will not get armor for this action. Okay.
Do I still get my shield? And I'll does that count as because it's not armor per se?
No armor, no shield, no armor. The armor is the category of reduced damage by X. You just don't get that. Okay.
Okay.
That's the main thing. So it just gets to kind of.
I asked because I have. Oh
Like, still
shit!
getting
I
the
should have been
defense
taking
bonus
less
from a
damage.
shield.
Yeah, but no, I have a shield mastery, which bumps me up from great to superb. So that is why I asked.
You just straight take 11 damage. Nothing you can do.
Cool.
You
There you
can't.
All right.
So it just rakes its claws into you. It even brings the other fist over and just like mauling you there.
I don't blame it.
The other one that's like kind of like clinging to life whilst fighting Bigwinter goes to Club Bigwinter because he can't do this to Bigwinter. They are the same size.
I'll fight you on your own level.
Bigwinter, 8 damage coming in at you.
All right, I'll take 6.
That's it for the big bads.
Okay. Thank
Tesue.
you. Myriad.
Mir's gonna go to like try to get this monster off of Glorf.
I mean, we're both half dead at this point, so feeling good here. Got him right where I want him, everybody. Ignore the black eye and the no teeth. It can grow me some new ones with the healing spell, right? That's how that works.
That's exactly how that works.
He's gonna meddle. Desperate times.
Desperate times.
Yeah, he basically like comes and like this thing is just like on top of you and just like it's got its claws essentially like into you and pinning you, and then the other one's just like coming down like already, and Myriad comes behind him, puts the scythe like up on his throat, buries his knees in his back, and just keeps pulling until his head comes off.
Let's go.
Love it.
So that happens, and
Bloodthirster is so excited if he could witness this right now. Let me tell you.
cut to the Bloodthirster. He's now drawing on the walls like the Pepe Sylvia episode of Always Sunny, and he's like drawing like a factory of like Skaven murder. Cut back to the party. Who's up next? After
After Myriad, Bigwinter.
Ooh. I'm gonna finish this guy off. Eight damage and 1/6.
it's just barely clinging to life.
Damn. All right. I guess I'll finish it off for real.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. You roll. I assume you get a couple successes.
Yeah.
It has one HP left, and you just managed to like finish it off. You have these two hanging out at the barrier. The barrier has been holding. We can refresh initiative, but then also we're in a little bit of a pseudo narrative moment. If you'd like to choose to kind of like make for the barrier wins, or if you want to finish these two off, I think the party has to decide there.
How do I translate this into no speech?
On the plus side, I'm bleeding so much from my mouth I can't actually talk at the moment. I won't fuck up her silence anymore.
Andy.
I'm gonna start like moving toward. I'm not moving out of the zone or anything, but I'm like, I like look at everyone else and I start moving towards the last two.
No.
Okay.
I'm taking that. Oh, never mind. I'll tell you later.
Glorf.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Rolling off. All right. Glorf's tired. He got a 13.
A mere 13. Big winner. What'd you get?
9.
Myriad.
The die
12.
is always a 4.
12 for Myriad.
It is consistent. Everyone but one of your initiatives tonight.
I think I had 1 8, and then
Yeah, you
everything
did.
else was a 9.
Correct. Yep. What was Myriad? I'm sorry.
12.
Okay. And bad guys.
7.
Okay. Cool. Glorf. Amazingly starting us off.
Cool. So, for the sake of, are these Yetis close to each other? If I were to try
Yes, they're both right on the other side of the barrier.
Oh, sweet. So I'll get all my bonuses. All right. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll charge the nearest one.
Okay.
Swinging at it. Looking for 2s for real this time. Yep. 10 successes and a 6. It's bleeding.
Okay.
I'll meddle again.
Okay.
No retreat, no surrender. I got 3 6s and another 10 damage.
Yeah, it's double bleeding or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, still standing.
Yep.
Myriad.
Myriad, it's the working on the railroad. See, if you went a little bit lower in initiative, you'd get to feel like you were doing the cool, like
Oh no, I'm totally fine with like taking out the dude's lung and his like his right arm.
Yep. So Miri's gonna rush up. He's gonna turn those 2 into 6s
Hell yeah.
because he gets to cleave. And he actually manages to finish this one off in one swing this time.
Let's go.
One does overspill through the armor on the other. He's gonna meddle and attack that one. There's nothing to overspill onto, but I see some 6s.
As a player, I'm happy that there wasn't like another secret surprise Yeti right behind it.
Oh, surprise Yeti! The worst kind of Yeti, really.
He copies after you. He copies you and finally does 10 damage.
Hey.
Well, not finally.
Well done,
he did.
Myriad.
He did 10 earlier on in the night, but it's been a while since I've seen that many.
Hey man, when you're hunting for 2s, let me tell you, and you've got the stuff to bump them up from 1s.
Yeah, he's not hunting for 2s. All right. Yeah. So he meddles and he hits it, and that's it.
Okay. Myself. I will heal everyone.
Is this fun for you? Just
Me?
RPing and then every combat dodge and heal?
Yeah. Of course. This isn't my time. Like, it's okay. You don't need to be. I don't need to be present in every thing, right? Like, I have a specific purpose. I feel as though I'm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
You
fine.
are contributing very much. My
Yeah,
kidney
I mean,
very much appreciates
If
it.
I was the healer, this would be my fun part too. Like I built the character to do a thing. It's doing that thing.
Perfectly.
Undeniably helpful to the party during combat. If not
Well-
flashy, like it, you push the button, it does the thing,
Yeah.
and then out of combat, you do the other stuff.
Well, it's like in our Dungeons and Dragons
Like a
games.
drain, like it's the bad version is like the total RPer that literally does nothing during combat, like a drain.
Yeah.
Like
A
it's you
liability.
have a 5-person party, but really you have a 4-person party. It's like this is
Yeah.
really useful, just not
No.
terrifically flashy.
No, we used to with our like Dungeons and Dragons.
Every turn is ridiculous,
Yeah.
like mechanically.
With our Dungeons and Dragons parties, we used to start doing the thing where, like, if you were a buff class and like the buff carried you to actually do the damage, we would track that damage as the buff person's damage. And like when you started to see that over the course of time, you realized how useful support was.
Oh
Yeah, sure.
Like
No, I
like
sometimes play very frontline, big damn hero type characters in RPGs, and I like that just fine. Like the I can take all of you type of character.
right, you're locked in here with me, like that. Yeah.
Character to play, but no, this is this is fun. It's cool to it's like I like being Skig if that's your.
No, okay. It's just it's 16 adventures in now, and it's never changed. It's always I dodge and then I heal. Like it's just.
Yeah, sure.
I like you as Skig too, because you just
And
you detached my arm there.
And sometimes I hear, and sometimes I hear
I
that.
normally really like playing the utility like buff person, where you can see definitive like things that you're doing that's helping people. Is it hitting
Haste,
myth or
yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
I like that kind of stuff. And I remember in one game you asked me after an entire calendar year playing in that game, or played a warlock.
2 years. 2 years.
Or,
2 entire years.
But it took you a year to ask me this question. Well, you asked me about a year in.
Yeah.
Up to this game, and you're like, you're a warlock in 5th ed. In combat, you basically only ever Eldritch Blast. Just every turn, Eldritch Blast. Like, is this still fun? Yes. Yes, it is. You love Eldritch Blast. You don't understand.
Yeah, like sometimes fighters just have swings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
anyways.
2 calendar
Yep.
years, I Eldritch Blasted every turn, and it was still great.
See, no problems. On my turn, I take the dodge action and then heal everybody for 11.
Oh, hey, I'm back to full health. Let's go.
I am complete.
Oh my!
Oh man,
I reattached
We're
my
getting-
ass that got ripped back there.
we're getting some philosophy tonight. All right, this is good.
Big winner.
Did they kill one and put one low, or is
Yeah,
it,
they killed one and they've got one above half, a little bit above half. So
all right, I'm gonna do that quick awareness and see if there's any more, and then attack the one that's about half.
you don't get the quick awareness right now. You got the awareness from like overspill between transitioning
Oh,
from.
sure, makes sense. So I'll attack this one.
Yep.
And now I'm looking for 4s, so
Level up.
it is only 5, but 3 6s, so 7, ignoring 3 armor.
All right. Yeah. You stab it. It's still there.
All right, I'll do it again.
Okay.
Uh, 8, ignoring 2 armor.
Exacxies. And you needed the 2 armor ignore. So like the definition of exacxies, and you just like
I like
perfect.
piercing. I dislike it.
It's a good ability.
Yeah, you perfectly slay it. This is the like the hunter moment. It's like lunging at you, and you just catch it right perfectly as you're kind of falling backward with it, and it goes limp on your pike.
Nice.
For the moment, combat has dropped. But to your question before about awareness, you're pretty aware that there's some distant shadows closing on the area, but they're not in range of combat immediately right now. You own this Everwinter. I'm not making you roll.
All right.
So they're out there. They're like
So
in
I
a
take it it's time to go.
sort of a rally mode.
Yeah, I wanted there to be no question. Like we're leaving when we decide to leave. This is not an escape.
Yes. I will cut a Yeti's head off and throw it at them for you if that means we can go.
No, okay, we can leave. And I say that by moving towards the exit.
Sounds good.
I respond by cutting off your Yeti's head, throwing it at him. The promise is a promise.
Whiskey and Coke. Sorry. I got ganked by other adults in the house.
You're fine.
And then of course they were playing copywritten music, and I'm just like, go away. Now we're afraid. Forever that a video game plays a copywritten song and our whole like account gets banned for 24 hours. Thank you, Twitch. Way to fight for us. Anyway, so you break through. You make it known to the Yetis by like screaming back at them, but not talking. No, sorry, I'm paraphrasing poorly. You exit. You're in the town, or sort of this other portion of the village. When you see a familiar sight, the storm right where you have exited kind of butted up against you, and you look full opposite the storm far away, as if you're in the eye of it at one side, and it's like completely across the way. And the village looks much the same. You even recognize the same corn cobs and stuff. And Skig, you hear a whimpering.
Okay, do I still have the girl with me?
Nope. Not in your arms.
Okay.
One of those.
And I'm going to call it here.
Yep.
Because somebody fucking talked.
Sounds good. What was that?
Nothing. No.
We're back in the beginning, and we have to do it all
They
over.
were already screaming because of the battle. What do you mean?
So we'll cut it there.
That's the rule, that we got to do the whole Everwinter section over. Nobody's got to talk. That's it.
We are farming the hell up out of these Yetis, though. I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry. I definitely goofed and I own that, but my God, we're gonna come out of this so goddamn strong.
I tend not to repeat the exact same thing, everybody, when it's something like this. But you do find yourself back in the village. Maybe some stuff is different. I don't know. Maybe there's some things out of place. Who really knows? We'll find out next week.
Obviously, we have to eat the girl.
Maybe.
Just
Just kill her immediately when you see the little girl, right? Because clearly she's the source of the Everwinter, and if she dies, then you solve the puzzle.
Like, Zinch would definitely make the little girl like, it's probably a wizard who's just pretending it's an
Oh,
illusion so he doesn't get hurt.
I really thought that was gonna be Kaz at this point in time. Like we were gonna get jumped, not even see Vardul, and it was just like we were
Kaz is weirder than we thought.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, you're good.
Wanted
No.
to be hugged by a Sigmar rat, and here we go.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, again, I'm not an amateur enough GM to be like, oh, you talked once, repeat the whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I'd almost imagine if I were a good GM, something's going to happen in the town next week. Because you change it, you make it more interesting.
I was just hoping that I wouldn't have to parlay with a Beast Claw tribe without being able to talk. Like, that would be so fucking frustrating.
Seriously.
It's possible you jump the gun on when not to talk, is all I might say.
Oh, okay. All right.
Alright, someone's gonna have to explain that to me after we cut.
I have an ID in my back pocket. I guess
Okay.
that's what I'll say.
Yeah, it's fine. And I mean, look, we didn't talk when we knew not to talk because surprisingly, the stone disc that said "Speak None" didn't exactly have a sub clause on it.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
it's not
We
like
have to
there's
say none.
it's not like there might be like a bunch of different things to investigate, and like you hand wave some of them because you're like, fuck Zinch, let's just get through this, and then you had a robot like do robot stuff, and
Hey, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
I'm good.
okay.
I'm not
I
complaining. I'm just saying I feel we made the logical choices. That's all I'm saying.
No, it's good. It's good. But I am building towards something. That's your teaser?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So I'm building towards
Please.
something. You know what, chat gang, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. We held a really steady viewer count tonight, so it's like we were entertaining or something. That was really weird. Usually just like plummets around like the 1 hour mark, and so we held it like a pretty steady audience, which is pretty sweet. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to be back next week with hopefully something that looks closer to a full party, and we'll keep working our way through. Keep working our way through the Shifting Spire. And maybe the shifting didn't mean that it was this undulating mass tower, this living thing. Maybe it meant that it shifts through different settings and other things. So,
The
Come back
foreshadow.
next week for more Zinch crap.
Yeah. Just as much a pain in the ass as on the tabletop right now.
Yeah, exactly.
there's part of my brain.
The point is making you feel like it doesn't have to be the same thing, but the feeling you get is the same.
Yeah.
That's the way we're going.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Oh,
This-
if you'd opened the treasure chest, it was just gonna say just as planned. That was what the ultimate truth scroll. It was gonna be a scroll, and it just said just as planned. Was gonna.
Yeah.
It was gonna be that. So yeah, more Zinch and just like screaming weird guttural, like indiscernible, like discordant noises. I'm trying to make it fun by poking fun at
Oh, you're
Zinch
fine.
while we're doing it, and you know.
I'm just saying, imagine being a human in a Zinch army.
Ugh.
Like in a mostly Zinch demon army. What a nightmare. Like, what's even what's your life like? That's terrible.
Oh man, you just go mad. You go mad, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I had some fun tonight. I hope y'all did too.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I got to be the predator. That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big winter night and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, we saw a desert. I'm like, thinking a little colder. And then we saw an Everwinter. That's better. It's like the meme, the no, and then like desert, Everwinter.
Sure.
I there was like this thing where at the very beginning of the game where I'm like, or at the very beginning of the campaign, I'm like, I want the Everwinter in this game, and it might not make sense.
Somehow, yeah.
And I'm like,
But,
I'm just gonna.
Zinch Tower anything can make
Anything.
sense.
Yep. I'm like, I want an Everwinter adventure. Like, let's go. And that's one of the greatest pieces of advice I ever got as a GM is if you have a good idea, use it. Like, just use it. There are GMs out there that they wait forever. This is partially a teaching stream. GMs out there will wait forever. They're like, I have this great story idea. I have this great like villain idea. This great blah 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 blah. You will. By the time you get around to using that idea, your campaign has usually just jettisoned in a completely different direction because you're a good GM, so you're like rewarding your players for clever play, and you're having a evolving story that everyone is collectively contributing to. And like, yeah, there's something for like a good payoff scene and like building and culminating and building towards that stuff. So yeah, do that still. But if you just have like, I just want to have this sweet encounter, or I just want to do this like thing, and it really doesn't have much to do with the story, you just have a cool idea, use the cool idea. Use it as soon as possible. If it's just a cool idea, use it. And that was some of the best advice I'd ever gotten. That was where I started to like rethink dragon encounters, because I'm like, I just want them to fight this sweet dragon, and I'm like, well, how do I'll kill my party if they fight the sweet dragon now. Well, then you switch how they fight the sweet dragon. You add a template to the sweet dragon. Now it's a zombie dragon instead of a full-powered dragon. You find a way to make your cool idea work, and it feels so much more rewarding than, because you're always going to have the next cool idea. As you're running a campaign, you're going to get another cool idea. So just use your cool ideas as you can. And my idea was like, I just want the Everwinter in action. I don't give a crap how it's going to be here. So
In
there
the
you
middle of a desert too.
Yeah.
You found a way to make it work.
Yeah, a double desert even. So yeah, there you go. There's my last sort of soapbox moment for the night. If you have a cool idea as a GM, just use it. Don't be afraid. Find a way to make it work. Depower it in some manner. Do a weird time travel Zinch Tower, whatever you got to do. Use the cool idea, folks. Thank you all so much for playing with me tonight. This was a blast. I laughed so hard for like during the first half of the adventure. I was just having, it was just like pure fun and just shenanigans. So.
And the combat was fun too. Come on now, the 1-2 punch, Glorf and Myriad taking shit down. We got this.
It is good to watch.
Yeah. it's good to heal and dodge. There you go. Next Warhammer Weekly T-shirt, heal and dodge, and then just like and then just like a Skaven like version of Vince, drawn.
Oh, just full on Skig at that point.
Yeah. All right, everyone. You know this bit. Right. Chat gang, you are the show within the show, the reason we do this thing. I hope you enjoyed the best damn Soulbound show. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.